on and go.
Yo!
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back. It's been like a couple weeks since we've done this, but hey, we're here now,
Everyone.
and we've got some, we've got more characters to rank, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, do
contrary to
we?
popular belief, the podcast did not get canceled. I'm not sure what the network's been telling you.
Yeah, no, we're
Listen,
still going.
as someone with control over the network,
I've just kind of been, at home, not in the dorm room because, spring break, and then turns out I'm probably not going back, this term,
Right,
probably
Bob?
just. So yeah, the episodes might be a little shorter, but it'll work since I gotta have to obey some amount of sleep schedule or at the very least not wake up my dad at some point, but it'll work out.
Sleep schedules are
Anyways,
important, and besides, I'm not sure that anybody watched all the way through in the previous 3 episodes, so hey, shorter form content, right?
yeah,
And this is why we don't give you timestamps to get to your character alone.
Oh yeah, that too. If you want
That'd be
your
lazy.
character, watch the dang episode to its full.
And deal with all our nonsense. Okay, so we left
Alright.
off last time on Eye of 3, which means the next one up, I believe,
I don't have
is.
the character sheet open. I believe that's like the adventure story protagonist, though.
I
It
should also
is.
pull out the sheet myself real quick. One sec.
This
Can you
I
also
remember this
put it
guy's supposed to
on?
have,
On.
We are indeed on the Adventure Stone protagonist. Adventure Stone.
The
I'm
adventure
the word. Adventure Stone, go!
The
One damage.
newest hit sequel to the Badge Stone.
Anyway, this
Yeah.
character relies on the fact that they have a bunch of different special moves. Like, so many special moves.
Jesus Christ!
Hold on, let me count these.
Many special moves.
There. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Oh wait,
20 special moves. Plus
let
1.
me see this. Let me see this shit.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get demonetized immediately. Don't fucking cuss.
I could goddamn cuss as much as I effing want.
You said to yourself there?
Oh, jeez.
The censors won't allow me to say the F word.
I just did it 3 seconds ago. Get on my level. Anyway, 20 specials.
You're gonna get
all
us
of them are-
demonetized.
That's the point. Anyway, all of these are relatively simple, at least.
Yeah, the descriptions are big, but they're all pretty simple moves. They're all.
I mean, hey, you got something for everything. That's
We
a
have-
plus.
Most of these have pretty similar purposes too. Most of them are just kind of damaging, but there's
Hey,
also
you guys should
there's
look
also
at
a few
Fury.
coins and
That's immediately catching my eye.
What is?
The thing about Fury is that we don't see much +3 power moves, so this is actually kind of big.
yeah. I should also note the coin and item stealing moves are here. Those probably won't come into play too much, but there are. I can definitely see. I can definitely see some cases where they might do some things.
Oh no, the opponent has a slight bit of defense. I can't steal their coin.
This is the worst day.
I think that's a nice way to add a gimmick to it, though. So let's see. Honestly, all of these are pretty okay, all things considered, but like.
I don't think there's anything that, aside from Fury, I don't think there's too much that's a huge standout, and like the final smash is kind of lame, but
Something I'd like to mention.
Also, Birthright gives a bunch of these moves even more. There's even more of this stuff here.
Oh dear lord.
More
Wait,
expensive
what?
moves that cost more expensive moves that cost more FP. They just stop their upgrades to some
Anyway.
of his existing moves.
Fury with buff booster.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's +4. That's as much as King Dice's soul contract gives, and that kills you afterwards.
And then you have a dual attack as your normal move. Punch.
Yeah, well,
that's
a special
12
move.
damage in 2 turns.
Yeah.
And
So,
oh no, you take 4 damage, but like that's not that bad.
So,
hello, Chow.
I feel like, oh hi.
Hello.
I think so. With all these options, like I know they've definitely given a lot of weight to having a bunch of good options before, and this guy has Fury as well, and also the I should mention
It's known as Mirror Theory.
Birthright Fury is straight out +4 POW, so you know.
It's literally better buff booster.
Oh,
I
jeez.
mean, it also costs more HP and FP, but
That's still a lot of damage. I might take this for a test spin and show just how busted this is.
so
Because that build alone is a lot of damage.
I take it you're
Not to
feeling
mention you
OU
just
on this.
You know,
I mean,
the Fury was the only trick he had, maybe. But this also
all
runs on Mew Theory.
+4 POW. Remember, that's a lot for something I'd value, and literally you have to die to get this on another character. That's what I'm thinking.
If Fury was the only trick, maybe it'd be OU. But the fact that he doesn't have to run this, and you have to respect the fact that he could, when this man has 19 other options, you could prepare wrong and be countered.
Not to mention Birthright
I mean, well,
giving him the different versions of these options too.
If I
absolutely.
can add something, none of these options particularly scream Ubers, though. I get that he has like 20 options, but if you're gonna get into Ubers, you're gonna need to have something that actually just breaks the game. And as much as +4 POW is really, really good, there's nothing that's like tipsy critical or something like that.
Yeah.
Also, I hate. Is there a stream? Because I don't see anything.
Oh,
You're not allowed to see
yeah,
things.
I should probably stream. Yeah, 1 second.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
Right, there we go. It's pulled up now.
There we go. Now I can follow along.
So yeah, this is yeah, I have adventure story protagonist in OU. Strong start, I see.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be very high OU. Wait, does this? There has to be at least one projectile, right?
Oh, wait, are you telling me that this character dies to electrified?
No, I mean, obviously there's a bunch of weapons. There's a weapon. Yeah, there's a projectile.
Yeah, he's got bomb toss and basic archery.
Okay, never mind. Electrified was that close. Being decent.
There's also lightning spear, so like.
Next up, we've got Slick Star.
Oh wait, this one is actually a lot more recent.
That's the character. No, I think. Which one was this?
We got.
Multi-hits.
It's one of Caleb's characters.
First off, is a tri-attack. That's funny.
Tri-attack jump scare.
Oh, I see where this is
Finger
going.
NATO, food fight DX, and now orb shot.
That shot and orb shot are a pretty good combo.
Yeah, soft plus is quite deadly.
Yeah, and wait, so every time you apply this, does it reset the timer? Or?
Yep.
Yeah, that's how soft plus works.
Jeez, I put restrictions on this with disease. How does the death down move get away with this?
Think better.
To be fair, it also can't exceed 3 stacks, but yeah, that's still a lot.
Yeah,
that's still death down for 3.
I mean, -3 death is still quite a lot.
Yeah, no, it's deadly.
Not to mention the stack of 3 doesn't matter.
Barry Orb can inflict an extra stack of soft plus, meaning it can reduce the death even further.
What the hell?
Okay.
5 death.
Alright, so -5 death and +2 to 4 POW if you're running like.
Well, to be honest, you have to somehow keep this shield up for 5 turns and hit them 5 times.
Yeah.
Not impossible, but it takes 3 turns at minimum.
I mean, to be completely fair, I can see it's possible in pit fights.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially
and that's kind of the place you want to use this because, like I've said before, lowering the opponent's death is, in a lot of cases, better than raising your own POW.
Never mind. There's a move down here that costs 10 FP that might just let you do that.
Using the like wait, 6-star space.
So, with fast charges, do you use them all at once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
do.
And there's more moves after. Oh my god, this is like self
There's
synergy.
one move. There's one
One
move.
more. Okay.
Plus, they got get all trapped, and he can throw them at a foe to deal three piercing damage to one foe and three to another. And
Yeet!
Dizzy.
Yeet!
And then in 1v1s, it's just 4 damage with Dizzy. So, that's nice. But
Yeah, this
good
character
lord, though,
has
this.
a very good.
Oh, I remember this final smash because I had to mention that this literally is impossible to beat back in pre-release set.
Yeah, you got get
Well,
all +2 airtight def and magnetized.
it's not impossible. He doesn't have
And then the-
immune.
Hold on,
then,
let me see if I can
It's
find the
20
original draft of
damage.
this. I
and then
recall
he,
bringing this up a long time ago.
Then he destroys a bunch of then he destroys all the summons. And then he does 20 fixed damage that kills a foe. So yeah, that final smash does a lot.
Ow!
And then Birthright gives Barrier +1 def.
That's fine. That's more tame than what's above it.
And then he gets accurate for 3 turns and removing his accuracy reducing stances, and then he gets cool badge. Lovely.
No, no,
That's funny.
no.
Instant AG! Instant anything goes!
No, banned.
You know, it's
Put
funny.
this man at the top of the tier list right now!
You can tell a
I-
lot about how we value things as a tier listing community of 4 by the fact that more of a reaction was given over the fact that Cool Badge was in an item over Final Smash to the 20 fixed damage.
We are a fair and honest group of balancers.
You two are lunatics. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyways, before we rank this, allow me to share what the original Final Smash was.
wait, it changed.
Oh shit. Hey, should we make a separate voice text
Oh,
just for the
God.
podcast?
Honestly, we should.
50.
Took longer, but
50
at the same time,
hypers.
take a look at that ending attack.
God.
Oh my gosh, 50 hyper. What the fuck is a hyper piercing?
It says
It's just
right there.
infiltrator.
It's just piercing that ignores stuff that normally ignores piercing.
It's really just no you.
Wait, you know what's
Yeah,
fun? Yeah, it misses. You know what's funny? Saving grace. Anyway,
Oh, true.
Yeah. So I feel like this character has to be at minimum OU.
at minimum, yeah.
Whoa,
if you could
guys, there's a
if you
new
could get
chat
down
in
to
the
-5
Discord.
death, that's kind of a very big selling point, alongside the fact that this guy has a move that lets him move 3 times per turn. I'm not sure if he
What's the
inherently
try
breaks the
attack?
game, as it takes him quite a bit to get to this point, but
I feel like
he's
this
viable.
at the very least OU, and I feel like there is potential for Ubers on this guy, honestly. With the
There
We'll have
is.
to flow test him in OU, and if he breaks the game, then we probably just throw him down there.
Okay,
You know
okay.
there's no way in
Let's
hell I'm
start test.
testing
Go.
this. You know there's no way in hell I'm actually
Okay.
testing this, right? Like ever,
Well, private character
How
for
else
one.
will we figure out how Slickstar will do against LK Neo?
Actually, I think there is a case for Ubers because the most optimal set would run all 5 special moves because of special move plus, because every move they have is just another way to get those 5 stacks of death, and I can see ways to run like workup, or if you have a good partner that can give you like huge power up, run the opposite through an item, and now you're doing a 9 damage, 11 damage try attack. That's not
Well,
something
to
a lot
be
of characters
fair,
can do with just like on their own.
I mean,
Oh.
I
now
feel
that I'm
like
seeing it, I don't think he even needs the fifth move. Orbit, though, doesn't really help him because it's a 2-turn
It
move for
traps-
Slickstar's end.
honestly,
It
I feel
Actually-
traps, so I guess if
honestly-
like someone's doing something powerful, you could cancel it.
It
It's
gets dizzy.
definitely-
So even that is
Like-
extra security.
I feel like that. Honestly, I feel like just like even ignoring just how good his own kit is, like putting -3 def on a foe is already insane. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Fair.
run like any like of the characters that have the 3 target, 3 hit try attack, and like this guy, and you could do like 45 damage a turn for like 5 FP communally.
You know, there's something as a, that. There's something as a team dynamic that's never been brought up, and that's bringing multiple characters with Stealth Plus.
Go
Yeah,
away. Like,
I mean,
actually go away.
I mean,
You
not
can't
that
deny the
many
synergies
people
there.
have Soft Plus, but you know, it is pretty good. And I should note that it does stack with other Def Downs because it's not the same status.
Yep.
Me when I'm
It
soft and
stacks with
soft
face
plus.
saw. It stacks
Yep.
with face saw.
Soft plus jump scare.
So
Me on
I
my
don't know.
way to go set the damage record 3.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I feel like if Bullet Bro is Ubers, I feel like Slickstar can probably also be Ubers, just because
Yeah.
this
Oh,
guy does a
absolutely.
What
lot
would
of
the Bullet
damage.
Bill and Slickstar matchup look like is my main question.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Slickstar can definitely make use of Bullet Bros having blackout sometimes, so you know.
Yeah.
Six round overs. What did I miss?
But
Not a lot.
Bullet Bro probably also has a good way to deal with that good old shield and all that, and yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. So
Next, we have Build Up, the character.
yeah, build up this guy, this
Okay.
freaking guy.
So put him in ZU, build up is a bad status.
It's not the status. He does not use a single status of Build Up.
Yeah, no.
Based.
Build up the character does not utilize build up the status, and that's a
Something
miss.
screwed up about that, and I don't know why.
I think I'm going to inform Pencil of this crime.
Also, build that's not even what build up looks like now. I mean,
Wait, why are you able to edit this document?
I don't know.
Oh
I
shit,
think
we
it's
can
like an
edit the
edit.
document?
I think it's an ed. I think it's like the
Uh.
suggestions thing. Like look up here.
Okay. Alright.
Anyway, let's not click things.
Yeah, no, don't. So we've got this freaking gimmick. He gets different plates by doing different moves depending on what the moves do.
Damage, defense, statuses, negatives,
then,
both positive and negative, and healing.
And then by using those plates, he can make one of these. I'm not counting this, but there's like I want to say there's like 20, 30 something around there combinations, all of which can make some pretty strong stuff.
I feel like it's one that is extremely worth noting. Critical acclaim.
Yes, that's good old crit charge.
Like,
Oh
he
my
also
god,
gets
crit
this at the
charge the
start.
badge on a character? Banned.
No
We
one's been-
cannot let critical be
I
accessible.
feel like it's worth noting that doesn't he have to take a move? Doesn't he have to take a turn to make these plates?
Yeah.
He starts with 4 moves off the get-go, though.
That's
And
true.
Final Smash, I believe, is more of like a second variant of Birthright for this guy.
Yeah, well, Birthright lets him get get more plates, and then Final Smash lets him make a new
Just
move
get a move.
immediately and just have it not replace any other moves.
Yeah.
That's not
I mean, all things considered, special move plus.
Yeah,
Yeah!
I think the main difference
This
with
Final
Special Move
Smash
Plus,
kind of gets obsoleted.
well, not entirely, because with Special Move Plus,
6
he still
special
have
moves.
to hold on. If with Special Move Plus, he doesn't get the move immediately. He has to make it. That's the thing.
He can equip as much moves as he can carry at the start of the fight, I believe.
No, it says 4 moves. It's specific.
Oh wait.
I mean, to be completely fair, special move plus was not a thing at the time.
Yeah.
That doesn't change the fact that we can hold it against this character.
Are we really just gonna hold this happy-looking, blue square-looking thing at gunpoint over not accounting for special move plus suddenly coming into existence?
Abso-fucking-lutely, are you insane?
I will
Anyway.
use build up as a coaster for my coffee.
Talking about what this character does have, though, there's a lot of wait a second.
Go on.
5 FP for Omniat for 2 turns.
Excuse me, what?
Excused. This exists.
So crit charge and Omni Up on the same character. Oh my god.
Let me check the
I mean, I
let me
feel
check
like
the FP
Omniup
sheet. I
isn't
need to make
really
sure.
as basic as it sounds, but like it is still pretty
But
good.
definitely not. It's
I mean,
it
to be
exists.
completely fair, hold on, let me count up. Like, out of power and depth alone, that's already 4 of the FP. And then you add the efficiency and speed.
I have a character who has this.
Like,
Where's
yeah,
Sonata?
I'd rank Omnia for 2 turns at 8 FP, so, yeah, this is, a bit wacky.
Just
Okay.
pretty good.
A lot of these moves are a bit cheaper than they should be, I think, but I mean, we got Splinter Strike at 3 FP, and that's 2x2
The
piercing.
main reason you use Omni Up over like the separate statuses is because it's cheaper in bulk. That's the appeal.
I don't think it's actually cheaper in bulk. I think it's actually at the same price.
All of you suck at balancing. You're all fired. I own the server now. April Fool.
Bongo take over too.
Um,
So anyways, allow me to share something with the class.
Yeah, I have a character with
working on
Omni
this.
up for 2 turns. That is 8 FP.
Yeah. Oh dear. What am I gonna do?
Let's not worry about that because that's not relevant to
The
us.
Mega Fire was a mistake.
It will be the best badge in the world, and you know it.
Yes, I just
Other
hope
than
this
that,
my
Mega
nothing here
God,
status
looks
is becoming too
Mega.
common, you know?
like
I think this status that you just sent shouldn't exist. It
nothing
just
else
shouldn't.
really sticks out.
Yeah, you know what? When you sent out the Mega Fire, I thought it was just going to be the ones that already existed, you know?
You know, that's a fair point. I thought it'd be a pretty neat idea, honestly, though.
It's funny.
It is, but
I
I,
think
I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
don't know if I really
Anyway.
want some of these statuses, you know?
I think
I
it
get it.
has a place in the Anarchy Sims.
We'll probably finish it up, and then we decide whether or not Megafire exists from there.
Yeah, okay, we can do
Yeah.
that later. We still gotta rank this character.
Yeah, we
So-
still
People
have a
watching this from
podcast.
home must be extremely curious on what the hell the Megafire is, and they will get no context whatsoever.
Right,
So what do you need to make these ones? Debuff's not important.
The Mega
Basic-
Fire is going to be the only legal way to get crit charge on a character.
I feel like the main gimmick of this character can just be genuinely ignored.
Let me just hold on. Let me figure out what. Hold on. I need to figure out if this character can bring stuff to the start at the start of the fight or not, because that is a very important part of whether this character is good or not. Anyways.
I believe out the gate he has enough plates to make critical acclaim, which is already a pretty big one.
All right, so he can indeed make moves from the start of the fight. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he can do use. Right. Oh, I should have just read that. Okay. So yeah, he has. Yeah. You can't see it because I'm only recording uh, Google Chrome on my stream, but
That'll do.
yeah, I'm looking at him in over in the see he Pencil brought build up over to the tomb fights and lost. But we got
I
he
mean,
did
to be
bring
completely
this
fair
is
on Pencil, nobody expects the balloon to suck up your statuses.
yeah.
I still
Anyways, we
think
got
Tomb is a very hard fight.
I'm just to give yeah no it's a very hard fight. We got the just to give an idea of what kind of moves he can bring at the start of a fight. We got Critical Acclaim, Kiraga, Splinter Strike, and Sonic Wave.
Oh, Sonic Wave is mean.
Yeah, that's pretty formidable.
Yeah, this character can be very good, but it's not flexible in the way that flexible characters like to be.
Yeah,
It's more of a Mew theory where
it
he has
requires.
so many things.
There's a shit ton, but at the same time, you don't exactly have everything you'd ever want immediately.
Yeah,
It's gonna take a bit to
like,
really get there.
To get the stronger stuff, you have to like go out of your way to get it, or at the very least, if you realize what you're doing at the start doesn't work, you know.
Yeah,
yeah, like
I mean that's
you have to
it.
make a really good call on what you're bringing at the start of the fight, and if that call turns out to be wrong, you have a lot of work to catch up.
I mean,
Yep.
already I can immediately think of critical acclaim just being an auto run regardless.
That
What's it
said,
gonna
it
do?
has
Crit
feel
the
charge?
like-
tools it does
I
have
think-
are pretty good, so high OU or if
Yeah, that's
you
what
get
I'm
the call
thinking.
right.
I'd probably say lower OU, mostly since it takes a lot to really make use of that versatility, aside from that one quick charge thing. I'd still
Yeah,
say
that's fair.
OU, but it's probably not as big as we're probably building it up to be.
Does he have to use his
Well,
first turn to
no.
create the moves?
No, you can just go in with them.
Sad. I think it'd be really funny if silence him on turn 1.
Yeah, I think Yeah, but yeah, we're not really ranking these within the tiers, so like I'm fine with just putting them in OU.
Maybe
me.
at the end of everything we can rank within the tiers. That'd be really
I'm not
awful.
going back
This
to
one
do
says
that.
Legacy, so I don't think this is actually one we have to rank, but
Uh, Dream. Yeah.
Oh,
Did
I
I have
think
a?
this
I
should
don't
have
know if I have a
linked
sec.
to the. It's, yes. Where the hell is Julie?
Dream. We got. Yeah, wait, man. I can't start junction this because there's freaking 20. Because all the characters in the Dreamland conflict are can be found when you search up Dream.
I have the new moveset.
Okay, so I don't think I have. I don't think I made separate icons for each version of Dream on here, so I'm just gonna let's just look at the new one. He's got
I can
Oh,
give it
guys,
to
we're
you.
already at character 552 or 62. I can't read.
We've
82.
been
Here
doing
we
these
go.
characters really fast.
Yes.
Yeah,
Anyways,
wow.
oh, we got Sleepwalker, which is an interesting passive.
Oh, hey, we get to jump ahead to what a modern-ish Crusade character looks like.
We got good old Sweet Dreams, which okay, that's what that is. Let me just add that to the sheet real quick. I mean, Sweet Dream is
Are you
probably still
going Dream
okay to
yourself?
say
Because
it's.
I'm having a hard time finding him.
I
Yeah,
gotcha.
just character
Here.
582.
I jumped to where OK is on the sheet. I found it.
I'm just going to put it here anyway.
Back.
Thank you.
Alright, Sweet Dream.
You know, for a character named Dream, there's a surprising lack of speedrun references.
Yes, I knew that was going to
Leave.
come up.
I'll be
Only
honest, I
you.
haven't, but
You know, for a character named Dream, there's not a lot of soul stuff. Fuck.
That one's actually funny. Chunko, go back to comedy class.
You can't make me!
I can. Chow, you know what to do.
But I have to do something? Fuck. I'm not ready to do
You have a
now.
kick from call button.
Wait, what?
Oh, I have the kick from collar button. You're
You
right.
let me alive!
I'm not planning
use
to.
your power.
I'm not planning to.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he's gone.
antics over.
Choco is dead.
So, a
Oh,
form changing
get
character
on
based on
another.
sleep. Based on the character that you choose what you want to fall
He's
asleep
back.
into, and that's where it goes from there. So it's kind of like a form changer, but you can't swap. Oh, wait, you can. Let me check Sleepwalker again. Feeling Fine also runs
Yeah,
these
I
four
can.
statuses entirely. So you can just run Feeling Fine and not have to deal with this.
Yeah, I can.
It looks like he can change forms when he's sleeping, which is basically what changes his moves.
Yep. And he's got a lot of these moves.
Imagine sleeping on your opponent as like a fucking like ability.
God.
It's only one of those moves that's actually affected. Wait a second.
Oh,
The only thing
damn.
that it's affected is Dream Leak.
Oh, Trunko, I've noticed you returned.
Ah, shit.
I don't know if you guys can hear the leave Discord kicking sounds, but you know. Anyways, we
Trunko,
got.
you
I
crazy
don't
bitch!
think there's a lot to this character, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
it,
there's.
it,
Yeah, not really. I mean, there's some okay things here. Like Rude Awakening could could potentially be good because you know 5 charge can always be can be a bit scary sometimes, but
yeah.
yeah, no, there's not too much this character has. Like,
I come back now.
The issue is that Rude Awakening doesn't work like it used to.
yeah, it's
Like,
just
his sleep only falls asleep one turn at a time when you hit him. So if you hit him with single hits, he's only ever going to get +1 charge.
yeah. Well, I mean, you could get.
Interesting how Deep Nightmare is on the document.
Let me just quickly catch up
Yes.
because I was busy being hit by a steel chair to
Oh,
actually read through all this.
Anyways, he gets 4 stacks of sleepy from just fall asleep, and he getting hit by one of the getting attacked only drops the statuses. Getting dropped only drops the amount of stacks by one, I think.
So Rude Awakening doesn't actually work like it should. It doesn't punish people for hitting you, it punishes people for hitting you in moderation.
Oh, hey, this is a matchup Pill can actually win.
Man.
So, I'm not sure how to rank this character, honestly. I mean, there's clearly there's kind of a neat gimmick here, but at the same time, I don't.
Interesting how it has Deep Nightmare, right? I didn't think that status ever be used outside of Soul of Phantasma, yet here we are.
I don't think he can actually inflict it on
He
himself
can't
outside
actually
of...
get. He can't actually get Deep Nightmare, but like he can just. He could. I think he could use Soul of Phantasma for it.
Yeah.
What would...
Nice.
Oh, yeah, it does do something. Dream can still move and be healed, but can't take damage and also gains power +1. Huh. Dream cannot gain the status via fall asleep and is... So does this do with anything? With any of his moves? Or does
Deep
it just...
Sleep is the only one that actually works with Rude Awakening.
Anyways,
But if you use Deep Sleep, then you're opening yourself up to multi-hits. Because they, like, dual attack would
the final smash
do little damage.
gives him. Final smash just is one of those ones that gives him a big buff. Namely, that he can access all versions of Dream Link aside from the Deep Nightmare version.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Rude Awakening.
build up. The Dream Siphon is mean. That's minus +1. It's both Drain and Leech for 5 turns. Ouch.
Yeah. Yeah, Lucid Dreamer. That lets him do some funny. I think it lets him do funny things with fall asleep, but I feel like it's not that great.
It's not the best. I
Yeah.
think there's like maybe RU, maybe no underuse maybe.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know.
how
How much damage potential does he have?
From what
Not
I
a
can
lot.
tell, I think he doesn't... Like,
He
all he
doesn't-
really has is Rude Awakening in terms of damaging moves, but
He has to run badges for damage.
He doesn't really
Yeah.
have anything. He doesn't really have anything for damage, but he also doesn't really have a whole lot for support either. I mean, the most he has for that is making someone soft and tired or giving Hue Bloom, which is
yeah, he
kind of
seems to be
weird.
lacking. He seems to be lacking things.
The Nightmare
Also, I
effect
feel like it's worth noting, and it's
effect is least strong, but
kind of screwed
yeah.
up. I think his best options are when he's awake, because soft and tired for 2 turns. Oh wait, that's 8 FP. Never mind. This is.
I'd like to argue
never
that
mind.
Greed, Insanity, and Fear, all
Yeah,
for
no,
3 turns, is
that one's pretty good.
far better than Soft and Tired.
Yeah.
Okay, in my defense, I didn't scroll down that far.
That's your problem.
So right. Where does that put Dream? Because this guy, I feel like it's like I still stand by Yu-Gi-Oh or RU since like those moves, the fundamental moves are expensive and some of them are okay, but they also. I should note that Nightmare still has to take damage per turn, so yeah.
I think if I had to make a judgment call, yeah, I'm with Ruby. Like, not having any attack moves due to the fact that one of his moves specifically benefits from it having an attacking move is already pretty bad. Starters.
Like,
Dream
sure,
Link
dual attack isn't that much, but you still have to run a badge point for it.
Yeah. Well, his gimmick revolving around Sleepy is pretty neat, but I'm not too sure how it works out in the long run.
Your opponent can play around you rather than actually play into you. So, like,
yeah.
Rude Awakening isn't that strong.
Yeah.
Point is,
and
I feel like one other thing worth noting, given that you lose 1 stack of Sleepy per hit, I think. Actually, is that how it works? Let me just check.
I believe that's how it works.
Because you have to remember, everybody, like, the most common way to damage you is multi-hits, right? Which kind of just plays straight into moving everything.
Hey, multi-hits only drop it by 1.
Oh. Hey, I asked if that did or not before I made this
You should have read it.
I was busy being steel chaired. What do you want from me?
You've been busy being steel chaired for the past 7 minutes. Anyway, next. Ivy saw it.
Oh
Hey, let
boy,
me go
we
back
got
straight up.
Oh, Ivysaur. I think I remember someone refing this character to get into initiations while that was a thing.
That was me.
Oh,
let's
right.
see here. Vine
Ah,
Whip.
ancient.
Get all four four damage or get all power attack or power plus flinch attack if you want to spend a little more FP and a cooldown. It's fine. Leech Seed,
Yeah.
that's a long time to be leeched.
Jeez, 9 turns? Huh. That is like.
Facade.
Oh,
I
jeez.
3
Oh,
damage,
Facade is so
maybe
mean.
based on a
Holy
character.
hell.
Facade is
No,
actually
wait, that's
pretty.
not based on.
Hold on. Facade is actually pretty strong.
Hmm.
Facade? Did you say facade?
I thought that was how I pronounced. Anyways,
No,
look.
it's Facade.
Facade.
It sounded like pecan on my end.
God.
Anyways, you got six. You got a 6 damage attack that transfers one of your negative statuses as long as you've
The
got a
most
negative
recent one.
status. Yeah.
I mean, all things considered, that's also double damage. So if you had any power ups, then oh boy, that's like 2
Wait a
extra
second.
power.
Hold
and
on a
this solar
second.
beam,
No.
which is
Wait.
slightly
Wait
overpriced.
a minute.
I'd like to cook.
I think I know where you're going with this.
6 spread poison power.
Yep, that's exactly where I thought you were going with this.
Well,
Permanent critical
stasis
on
and
Facade?
badges. Hold on. Permanent stasis and
Oh.
badges do not trigger this move.
That'll do it.
We love restricting critical.
Either way, it's still super strong if you can. Even if you have an ally who inflicts something on you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
good lord, you're right. There's. Oh wait a minute. Feeling funny.
Good
That'll do
lord, what is happening in there?
Solar beam.
I love feeling funny. I
Right,
love
solar
feeling
beam. We
funny.
got 10 damage to one foe. But it's a little bit more expensive than it would be, since, it's one of those charge moves.
Make sure it's a sunny day, otherwise you're not using it right.
Right, so, Bloom Doom.
Wait, actually, that's overpriced, even for being a charge move.
Wait, actually? Oh yeah,
Yes.
it would be 6 FP in this case, I think.
Yep.
It's okay, Facade makes up for that.
Yeah,
Six piercing
that is
6
pretty
piercing
stupid.
damage to a team and heals half of what you deal to it, heal an HP.
That's pretty good, especially if you prepare Vibrant before it.
Yeah,
And with
yeah.
Vibrant Charge, it's a lot easier if you go beat
I mean,
the hell out
from
of
what I
party.
can tell,
Or like-
this is. Oh, so continue.
6 piercing with it, pretty good. 6 piercing damage, that'll be at least 12 HP heal already, so like... Well,
I
depends
mean,
on the
from
number
what
of
I
foes,
can
but
see,
like, you know.
this is dependent on how much people are on the field, since it's
Yeah,
deal half
yeah.
of what you deal on HP, so it's like every person you hit is 3 HP healed.
Also, Birthright is fine. It's 7 FP at some point. I feel like we saw a Birthright that was better than this, but, whatever.
It does
I mean,
it
it's an
strong.
auto use.
It's an interesting concept for a birthright.
Not every birthright needs to like hit it out of the park.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, I feel like I think this character is pretty good just for this move right here. Like, double
I think
damage is
OU.
strong. Transferring negative status is strong. I think
Wait a second.
Ivysaur also Leech Seed. Leech Seed is nasty.
Yeah, Leech is stupid. Facade lets him win any matchup against a Kosu easily.
So,
Fine
can't he do 4 times damage if he has a crit charge?
Probably.
I believe
Ouch.
the way we have it is it just does
Maybe.
triple. If you double critical, it just becomes triple damage.
Ouch. That's
Well,
still an ouch.
That's still triple damage.
Yeah.
Still an ouch.
So, to go over the moves, Vine Whip, I think, synergizes decently with the stalling nature of Leech Seed and maybe Solar
we
Beam
went
if you had
over their
Uber Plus
moves.
equipped.
We went
Facade
over the
is-
moves.
Oh, sorry.
We
I-
already went over the moves, man.
I know, I was just going
What
over
happened?
the
You're
thought
talking
process.
when you got hit.
Anyways,
So I had to pull up the skill chair.
I think OU is a good spot.
Yeah.
Hold
OU
on.
is pretty.
Or status charge. I
Yes.
remember that being a thing. Status
Yeah,
charge.
Oh, dear,
status charge. Oh god.
One status
what's
charge
next?
and an 18 turn leech seed.
Oh,
God.
good heavens! Oh, good. No. Oh,
Where is stat
God.
charge anyway?
I'm
Where is
going on
it?
strike. I'm going on strike. I'm not reviewing this character.
Hold on. Where are status charges? I feel like they're
It's
gone.
It's unlockable. So is
You
it not in the
sure? I can
statuses
find
list?
it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
There it is. I found it.
it's right at the top of
Yeah.
the. Yeah, right at the start of the.
Affects twice as long.
Yep.
18 turns a leech.
Right. Next up is
Oh
Luke
boy.
Carter, Rich. Okay, I'm
I
not
didn't
going to
you
even
go over
can't make
every
me.
single
You
card he
can't
has.
make me.
We won't
Shut
make
up.
you. I'll do it.
Anyways, I'm not going to go over everything this character has, but the long and short of it is that basically you have to kill all the summons he has on the field before you can target him, which probably leads to some cheese he's somewhere. But most of these summons are pretty weak by default, only having like 1 or 2 HP for the most part.
He's
There is
fixable with
one
HP plus.
immediate
If
thing I'm
I
thinking
if I
of.
could pause to make a theory here real quick. So you know how Spiny Egg has that one move that can just turn the Spiny invincible, and he can only hit Luke Carter if all the summons are dead. So in theory, you can place that one Spiny down and have it infinitely curl up.
You know, I feel like any good ref would just say no to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
I
I
feel
think
like we
it's
should
supposed
not
to be
factor that.
every.
I feel like we should not factor that into this.
Still
Yeah,
3 death though.
if we want to just hot balance that out, we could just say you have to kill every card on the field.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of how I think that's how it's meant to work. Okay,
Yeah,
anyways.
so
Yeah.
intent over.
Also, he cannot stall this. He cannot stall things out with squirrels. I specifically meant that. I should also note that Luke Carter only has so many cards in his deck. Eventually, he will run out.
So would Starvation start to appear if he runs out of cards?
No, he just dies pretty much.
Oh,
He just if he runs out of all his non-squirrel cards, he just loses immediately.
alright.
Anyways,
I
yeah, he's
think
got a lot
the
of
only
cards. They all have weird properties. He also has some rare cards, including death cards, which he can get from beating other opponents. I only got one, and that was from Ringman because it took forever because Nerd did not use any attacks that did more than 1 damage at a time.
I just found
Yeah,
it funny when you realized that he had moves that dealt more than 2 damage.
I don't
I
even know I
think
was trying to.
even without going in the
To be fair, I feel like he didn't realize that either because there's no way. Because like he could have seen what I was doing right there. Like I was building up the big card. He definitely could. There was no point in him doing that. I don't get it. Anyways, he got a lot of
I
properties
think
here, and
I believe this
if
falls under the same theorem of nobody wants to ref this.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
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 No
Uh,
offense to
We
you.
joked
Anyways,
about we joked about Steve being unreffable, but I think this is more unreffable and like more like critical. Like, yeah, this guy has a lot of summons, but any really competent character kind of during most of them, even and usually with the optimal sub we're imagining won't have run out of FP. So it's more of a
yeah.
how many turns does it take to actually beat this guy, not a can you beat this guy.
Speaking of this
yeah,
character, I mean
I
to
feel like
look over his
there's one thing with
But
this
I did
character. Hold on.
I did
Let me
have
explain.
funny
Let me
series with
explain. Let
water
me
cannon.
explain. Let me
Chow,
explain.
shut
Let me
up.
explain. Anyways, the thing with this character is that what you want to do with this character is you want to have some things on the field to protect you while you sacrificial altar and campfire to buff up some of your cards, and then you place down those super buffed cards to do your work for you. The problem is I feel like this
Uh,
does kind of lend itself to a very stally play style, which isn't always that fun. And if the other guy can do damage faster than Luke Carter can place down cards, yeah, he's a bit screwed.
I mean, from my knowledge, if Luke Carter can actually buy himself enough turns, he can win without any question.
Yeah,
Like, I
that's what
yeah.
I did against Ringman. But the problem is most characters in OU are at least somewhat capable of dealing damage to a reasonable degree. And
that's
Luke,
fair.
And I think most characters in UU can also deal damage. Actually, wait. Technically, any character can, because if you just have a good enough badge build, what are you gonna do?
Actually, if I can make one point, did we bring up the final smash yet? Because I feel like the moon actually is somewhat of a factor here.
yeah, the moon is quite dangerous. The moon has 40 HP, 1
Okay.
POW, it does a lot. Basically, it prevents Luke can't be attacked while the Luke cannot have any other summons on the field while he has the moon, but the moon does a lot for him.
It's a 30 HP shield
Yeah.
that gives you as much time as you want to build up one card to sweep the opponent with. With
Yeah.
Final Smash, maybe.
I cannot wait to find a way to run Pocket Chat with 80 FP.
What?
Oh god, wait, horrifying idea. Just get that card down to 7 and then play Trophy Stand.
Oh
Ah,
God.
shit.
Yeah, Luke would. Yeah, Luke might be a bit screwed if in that case, but I don't know.
Yeah. The moon
First of all,
definitely helps, but I'm still saying Yu or even Ryu.
I'd
Yeah,
argue
I think
Ryu
that-
because he loses the Eggman matchup instantly.
Yeah, he gets shot pretty good.
Dang.
Not
Yeah.
quite NU though, because he still has the moon.
Yeah, the moon is. Oh hey,
I
Eggman
don't
is
see any
next.
character in NU breaking past the moon. Like at least in
Yeah.
Ryu, Blast Guy is able to break through it. I think Nature Bow might be able to stand a chance
Well, the thing
against
with Blast Guy is he's not going to have enough turns to get to the moon. Either Blast Guy is going to be dead, or the summons are going to be dead.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
one way to deal with the moon, right? Just kill him before it ever shows up.
Yeah, true.
I love
And
Luke
with-
Carter's kit
And
because
if they
So
go
anyways,
the
if
final
you guys-
Smash meter
guys like
route, then the
Luke
moon's
Carter-
just gonna
Oh, hey,
explode
next
after
up
3
is-
turns anyway.
Next up is Ringman.
If you guys
the guy
like
I was
Luke Carter,
fighting.
by the way, see what
speaking of
characters I
Ringman.
picked after.
Yeah, but
Oh, hey,
that's what I was
Ringman.
saying.
Oh, speaking of,
Trunko, you're behind on everything today.
Convenient timing.
Multiple control ring. This move is not that good.
Ring damages the person right before their
It's
turn, so it's
basically
basically electrified.
No, it's more like poison, really.
That's
And
fine.
chip damage.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
move is kind of. I mean, it depends on if it scales with POW. If it does, that can be scary. If not, this is shit.
I mean, I don't think it does, but it might just be. I feel like it's just bad wording that it doesn't. That doesn't say it does here because like it says it can't be increased by badges, so I assume the same applies to statuses.
Yeah, if it
I
can't
mean-
be raised by statuses, this is actually a pretty good move. Maybe.
if it's a
Yeah,
summon, I'd
Ringman doesn't
potentially
really have-
argue Power plus P, but at the same time, that's even if it did work with that, I probably would never run it with holdable controlling, because that's just
we got
burn.
Ring Orbiter is. Oh, this one is actually electrified.
bonk.
Ring Stab.
I'm starting to notice a trend with 1 POW weapons.
They got Ring Stack, which is he gets airborne until he attacks, or if
I
or
like
after
the
4
image he
turns.
chose for this. I like the image he chose.
Yeah, that sure is an image.
Yeah, I don't know why it's funny to me.
Ring stack.
And then we have Leech Attack. Or just Sap Attack, I guess.
Yeah, Sap Attack. That's overpriced
Slightly more
actually.
expensive, I think.
Now, I think there's something I'd like to mention with the Birthright. And this implies that every move can be stopped with a single point of defense.
Hey,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we found our 3rd ZU character.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I feel like this is probably I feel like this is definitely I feel like PU is probably the place that
No, I think he
Yeah,
has a
just
place
throw
in
it to
NU.
you because, like, let's ignore the moon incident for a moment. What is he gonna do against any other character? Be honest with me.
Yes, he
gonna
has
do
a
against someone?
the best he has is probably spamming Ring Snatcher, but even then.
Actually,
Wait,
Overpriced sap attack, and you know it.
there's something missing. He can play stall with ring stack and statuses.
Yeah, true.
If you
I
can't
don't
hit-
think Guardian
consider
opponent has a
most
projectile,
characters in
but-
OU have a projectile.
But I think this keeps him out of PU because, I mean, you can at least do something with that, and if you're hit, it's not the end of the day since you
I
can
mean,
run
I
guard
imagine that
badges.
people are starting to run projectiles a lot more nowadays, so he
You can
doesn't
run guard
exactly
badges.
have that.
You can guard
I mean,
safely up
this
there.
guy. I mean,
Oh.
he beats. Hold on, he beats Movie Knuckles because he has projectiles, so he does beat Movie Knuckles.
I like how that's a metric.
Okay.
The movie
Yeah.
knuckles test.
The thing-
Either
he
NU
plays
or
staller.
okay, my logic for P would be, what can he do other than stall against someone who decides to run a single point of defense? And I know he could like stall the Helen back, but feeling fine's also up there.
Ring Snatcher.
Ring
I
Snatcher
feel like it's
does
worth
work at
noting
least.
because I
It's
think one of
not
your main
great.
points revolves around. Oh, sorry.
Ring Snatcher is not great, but it does at least do more than 1 damage, and Birthright does let him pierce defense, so I mean he's not completely screwed in these cases.
I feel like 2 other notes I can make is that Ring Snatcher is overpriced, and I remember you mentioning a point
Actually,
about
Ring
the
Snatcher is
knuckles.
underpriced. I'd like to note that Ring Snatcher doesn't do damage. It just takes. It is fixed damage.
I thought it was
Oh.
like sap attack physics. Honestly,
No, it is just fixed damage. You take 4 heal 4. For 5 FP, you take 4 heal 4.
Also, wait,
okay, my
doesn't the
apologies. I
ring
didn't
stack
know that.
break if you do any kind of attack?
Yeah. Wait, this isn't an attack, is it?
Yeah.
Ring
Oh,
stack.
no. I think it's an
Ring
attack for
stack.
all sakes and purposes.
Yeah,
Yeah, ring
I'm
stack.
leaving him in NU for now just because
Yeah. He's not PU because he can actually do things.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair. That
But he's
said,
not going into
if you're
RU
gonna
because
use the
he can
Knuckles
do
matchup again,
anything.
allow me to point out that I'm pretty sure Knuckles would probably be the first person we send down to PU at this point if we ever do look at the list.
I mean, I don't know. Hey, what was
No.
the issue with movie Knuckles anyway? I wasn't there.
Projectiles.
He requires contact attacks to really do anything, and literally 66% of it things don't run those.
His
The
gameplay
problem
is
is like
justified.
he has to rely on a counter to do things, and the counter has a cooldown. So even if you are running their contact attacks against him, you can just wait out. You can just bait out the counter.
I think we should drop him to PU, actually. That just sounds like bad game.
Just send him to PU. How has he not been in PU yet?
Yeah, okay, he's going down a few.
Ladies and gentlemen, movie Knuckles has been demoted.
Right.
Hey, at least he actually
Dwayne.
has decent matchups in PU.
Next up is Dwayne. We have
Dear God, this is old. It says all pain, all gain on
I
it.
feel like there's a joke I can make here, and I will. Give me
Don't make
one
a
second.
boring ass child.
Didn't this guy get a new dock? I feel like this guy got a new dock. I don't know
Might
if he
have.
did, but
Yeah, look for that. I'll get my joke ready.
Did he
It's
get
not
a
going
new
to be
dock? I don't know. It's not going to be funny. I will point out that
Alright, I got
Dwayne's
my joke
one
ready.
cool thing is
I'd like
that
to present to
he
you.
allowed Adachi to win against Natsuki. Yes.
I want to just point out that Dwayne has gotten real recently.
yeah.
The joke is
Yep,
actually no
I know
account.
it. Anyways, we got Piece by Piece, which is 4 HP healing and removes any status lowering statuses or defense lowering statuses. So I mean I feel like there's some times where that's okay, but well, I feel like that's not going to happen enough for it to be that useful.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
I mean, a heal is a heal, you know.
Yeah.
We got well, that freaking 1x6 scaling, and piercing, though it is capped at 3 damage at the most.
I mean, to be fair, that is, I think, somewhat decent at the very least.
I mean,
Yeah.
since it's a multi-hit and it pierces, that does mean that if you run a drain badge, that you're getting a guaranteed 5 whatever currency you're using.
Yep.
When I say currency, I meant stat.
Yeah. I mean, FP is a
Self-built-
currency.
Self-built statue, is, I mean, it's 4 HP, but it gets more durable each turn, so it could probably be useful for, like, stalling.
I think
or, like,
one
if
point
the other guy just doesn't like, or if the other guy just doesn't want to hit you, you know?
Build
That
up is
move
not
is the
the
reason
best passive
Adachi
you can
won the
use.
Natsuki EX fight, and I think that it makes it so funny.
Yeah.
Man.
ESP lift. You got
All it
airborne
took was
for
a
3
full
turns.
HP shield.
So,
And it grants build-up.
and Birthright makes self-build stats you get 2 stacks of build-up per turn, so that's neat, I guess.
That's not a good run.
I mean,
It's
it's
not-
still base attack off, but I mean, I guess you keep getting it back every turn, so it ain't the worst.
So, the thing is, you can't actually base stack this off, because if you do that...
Right, base attack's
the
2
build-up
power.
just
This
comes back.
actually just keeps coming
The
back.
build-up just comes back,
Oh,
so
okay,
you
so-
can't base attack it off.
Oh,
Unless
holy!
you run a POW badge.
Oh, okay, never mind. This is actually.
Wait, holy
It's not-
shit,
I'm not saying
build-up's
it's-
good? Build-up's good!
I can't believe it! It finally happened, guys.
We found it.
Seriously,
The
if you
one
put build up on a
builder.
passive if you put build up with something else, it's actually kind of okay, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, in the defense of the build-up hate, you have to bear in mind what badge is attached to.
Yeah.
That said, I think this guy's Yu just cause not because of any flaw, but because what it can do isn't exceptional. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Yu seems fair.
Yeah. Good character, just not great character. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
hello guys, welcome back to Obese. Today I will be kicking your ass.
Yeah, we've got good old Orange up next. I still like that.
Anything goes, it's orange. Anything goes, it's orange. That's it. End of discussion right now.
Listen,
This is
we
true.
gotta actually look at the character.
Yeah.
We've got Boast and Lunch Break both work pretty well just for making him a tank.
Hmm.
Since
They're
he's
also
got-
directly lifted from other characters.
yes,
We got
I specifically note
got-
that.
Magnetized Tank, Legally Distinct Yoshi Pound, Food, and Token.
Legally distinct feeding time.
And then we have the Token Shop, which this was the original Damage Dollars character. I'm just gonna mention that.
Legally
It was.
distinct flight. I'm joking.
MP Dice is a fraud.
Legally Distinct MP Dice's passive.
Anyway, the token shop adds a lot of. I'm muted, aren't I? No, I'm not.
No,
Anyway.
you're not. I can hear you. We've got
The token shop adds a lot of things to this, specifically pickpocket token, and then you just go wild because you start getting more coins.
yeah, Pickpocket Token gives him a lot.
Also, his birthright used to be flower coins, I think.
Yep, and now
Alright.
it's Secret Tokens, which is very it's very interesting to say the least.
Oh god, his birthright changed. I never noticed this.
Yep.
I feel like also there's one thing I want to know from the token shop, and that's reversal token, because there's a potential instant kill in that.
Yeah, it's not going to happen very often, but you can do it.
I mean, you could just bring a
Actually,
rainbow
wait,
spell if you did a fight.
Wait,
And then
there's
just...
horrible synergy here. Pocket Chow Fishy can inflict rainbow, and I'm pretty sure there's like an anarchy status or something that lets you target anybody. You see
Or
where I'm
even,
going with this.
You get predicted that you're inflicting rainbow on yourself, and you fucking die.
Well, the idea is you don't want to use the you don't want to use the prediction token when you have the reversal token up. You know, sometimes.
Never let Orange, Pocket Chow, and Axonon on the same team. Worst mistake of my life.
Also,
Anyway.
hint token is also nice. Just just to have it. Knowing what the other guys
Oh, yeah,
are
for
going to
sure.
do is useful.
I feel like it's underrated in specifically boss fights.
Yeah, no, it's very good in boss fights.
Lets you know what's going to happen before it happens.
Also, 3 tokens.
I feel like Buff Booster is probably really good on this character because not only does Boast become +2 defense, you also get +2 power out of advantage token.
Sadly,
Actually, aren't these supposed to be items?
No. Yeah, these are all items. So like.
Oh,
But
never
you
mind
can
then.
use
Whoopsies.
use item booster though, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Oh god, does reversal token like add the statuses like timers that you'd get from like item booster to any statuses you invert?
Probably not. That's why.
Okay.
I mean, if
I feel like
anything,
take
reversal
token as
lasts
well.
longer with. Anyway,
To be honest, I wouldn't
like
even use
the
reversal token.
land con specification, by the way.
Let's ignore those for now. That was a dark time.
Yeah.
I thought of ways to fix it now. Like, if I were to do it again, I'd have Serrated Sunlight give the boss fast.
Fair point.
Yeah. We've got the secret tokens are you won't get these too often, but gold token being a free 10 fixed at some point, and then master delete letting you just destroy the boss's turn once for fight.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely fair, badge windup is a viable option.
Yeah.
Second chance token is funny.
Yeah, you have to I don't know if it's even feasible for Orange to do this, since like he doesn't really have a way to buff his power that much. But like it's there. It's funny. It's a life
Yeah.
shroom.
It's also I am more than fine with steel chair like lookalikes that actually do shit. I just think it's funny that the first batch that did that was cosmetic.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
Anyway,
fair, Steel Chair is iconic.
I'd like to bring up the fact that take token exists in 1v1s because I don't think you have enough reasons to use reversal token over take token in a 1v1 because stealing
Yeah.
somebody's badge is really strong.
Imagine
Yep.
if you could steal somebody else's Master Soul or Final Spell. You can.
You can. That's the problem.
You can. I'm not. There's nothing. There's
Nothing
nothing
Wait,
stops
saying
you.
you can't.
if you steal someone else's stone and you have one of your own, does that like work if you don't have Soul Archive?
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it would. Yeah.
You just take it.
Anyways, and Eater's Blessing lets him basically lets him get the one get a nice boost to to your token effects and it makes it so they can't be inverted. So that's nice.
Oh, it's nice.
And then
Yeah,
his
it's
final
Man's
smash.
not.
And then his final smash
Hold on,
is just
I feel like
smash.
there's something that needs to be posted, but I have to dig for it real quick. Oh, yep, found
Okay.
it, found it, found it.
I mean, hey, if man's not fat.
Yep. So I feel like Orange is a pretty easy OU at the very least.
At the very
I mean,
least,
that
he
token
has.
shop gives him a lot of options. His moves are pretty basic, but at the same time, there's a lot of shit in that shop.
Unlike his
Yeah.
rival's counterpoint, he doesn't lack disjoints and can actually hit his opponents and recover.
Yep.
This
I would
joint
like to note that the
Yeah.
win token and immunity token are, as well as the revenge token, are actually just cheaper than their counterparts, and so that's funny.
Yeah, you gotta work to get
Yeah.
there though, but I think coin synergetic teams would do really nicely.
Yeah, yeah.
Banana tree.
I can
Banana Tree is
imagine.
just the best coins energy character.
Yeah,
Pretty
I can
much.
legitimately imagine a Lush to reversal immunity token combo team being really good in boss fights if it was for some strange reason allowed.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I feel
if
like you
you can get
underestimate.
a,
I feel like you underestimate how much 500 coins is.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I'd have to build a team around that exact fact, you know.
Actually, like even if you have 500 coins, you might as well save up to 600 if you got birthright. You're close enough. Why
Yeah.
waste it?
Oh right, that is a free master delete token right there.
Yep.
But anyway, I think easy
I
OU.
don't know what's going on with my charger. It keeps being. I'm not
I-
touching it at all. It keeps moving, switching between plugged in and not plugged in, and
Well,
it's annoying
Theorycraft the
because the
team
little
later just
symbol is
proved
showing up on the
the.
screen. Anyways,
Well,
next.
Theorycraft the reverse immunity rush combo later just to prove the point, but for now, just throw orange and OU.
I mean, if you could do Anarchy Rainbow strats, I think that's stronger just because it shaves off a bunch of
Boy,
points.
it's the little guy.
Eddie.
Look at the small Squimlow over here.
There's a
That's-
Skimbo, a fucking Dingle.
Oh, God. Anyways, weapon change. This sure is a move.
Ooh, form switching.
We've got base stats. -1 power with Happy Flower. +1 def, but it can only attack people adjacent to him in the turn order or negative priority. And then anti gives him priority but poison. No, this is
So-
a
Gurk
freaking
jump
Gurk
scare.
jump scare.
Oh no! Jump
Poison
scare!
badges, anyone?
Wait, hold on. Did we actually let Nerd get away with Gook too?
Yep.
Well, I mean, he did make it, so why not?
I mean, to be fair, I don't remember Eddie's moves being anywhere near as good as Gurk's, but yeah.
They're not.
But I just find the fact that he somehow managed to get away with this a second time funny.
I mean, if that form does give poison, so
I mean, honestly, I debate that's a much lighter downside than the one Gook had with his.
I'm not saying that's a downside. You're misunderstanding
Oh
me.
shit! Right. Hold on. So you got permanent poison, right?
Yep.
Just run poison power.
Yep.
Sick
Better
moves,
yet,
Anyways,
Bile
poison,
Rigor.
2 poison.
Like,
Right.
all things considered, that's just 3-6, bud. There's no
Yeah.
downside to that priority.
I believe LK is highlighting something here. What's up?
Well, we've got up plus attack, which on the standard move is it alternates between base attack and critical base attack, which is funny. We've
Okay,
got
that's funny. Yeah.
Mirror
Really?
Crown, which I feel like you fixed mirror and reflect, but whatever. Air Spiral, which is severely overpriced. Jesus.
Holy shit.
Jesus fuck.
And then there's
Okay.
Dark Vortex, which is 4 power and inflicts magnetize, which is not really that great to put on an opponent, but you know it's whatever.
Yeah, no. If you're gonna inflict a form of magnetize, try and get mega magnetized somehow. That's actually pretty damn scary if you can set it
Yeah,
up.
yeah, just throw Mega Magnetize an opponent and throw an AoE at them. That is a lot more powerful than you'd imagine.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it just occurred to me. Mega magnetized Megidolon is a thing you can legally do in the Crusade simulation.
Let's not talk about this right now. Anyway, down plus attack, item grabber, yoink. Pick somebody up and throw them.
Yeah, you know it's it works.
Yeah.
My favorite thing in The Sims is just characters that just grab others and yeet them into each other.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
got
funny.
frozen rubber, and then just 2 power and 2 power to 2 people, and then Eddie gains minty sometimes. Wind Horse Kick is 3-2-1, and then he can gain airborne for 2 turns.
Wait a second, that's just better try attack, I think.
Actually, he can't be rallied while doing it.
Ah,
So he can only do one action of it. So he either has to do it at the end of his turn or at the start of it, and nothing else.
I mean, still, to be fair, that is 2 turns of airborne and try attack in the same move, regardless.
Yeah.
and then there's Edge Romper, which is I think I don't I think this is like a delayed try attack like cursors, but
You hit for 2 damage, then you hit for 2 damage for 3 turns later. It just kind of bonks continuously.
Bonk.
yeah, it's weird.
Oh.
It's worded weirdly no matter what. Item
Yeah.
launcher, which is 5 HP or 5 FP. So cool. Ice Mine is 3 damage and freeze for 2 turns, which is okay. Wind Cloak is invisible, which for 1 turn.
This is...
And
Oh.
and
Actually, it's
invisible
also
and,
redirection.
invisible and illusion feather, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was about to call it trash, but then I realized that part.
And then there's +2 charge, so okay.
I just tried the move description.
And then Birthright lets him switch between forms without using up his turn, which you know that's usually good. And he gets a bunch of these things for Final Smash, which I think I'm not reading all of these, but most of them. I think the best one is probably just going to be the 1-up. So yeah,
Danger
It's
on
always
the
gonna be the one.
full HP restore, full FP restore, invisible for 1 turn, 3 turns of airborne, and then damage afterwards. Half of both. Fast for 2 turns. Not sure what that one does.
I'm pretty sure that regardless of what it is, you're gonna want the 1-up, the E tank, and the W tank.
Energy Balancer is actually really good.
If you have one of those stats max.
Energy Balancer basically makes everything like FP plus, where if someone restores FP, someone else restores FP.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
holy.
That's actually really
Oh,
okay.
okay, I stand corrected. I just noticed.
This characters are not that good, but Final Smash Meter makes them really fun.
Yeah, that is. And
don't know
bear
what
in
with
mind,
him.
like. Oh, sorry.
I feel like this is probably like Guyu or Aryu, if only for the
I think-
freaking jerk jump scare with alongside.
Honestly,
It's Dirk jumps there with
Red.
poison power.
Yeah.
I'd argue the
Yeah,
fact
that
that he
one.
gets good jump scare alongside 3-6 spread is honestly really good.
I'd say low Yu because most characters in Yu can handle that, and it can be fair.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
like,
fair. It's
Yeah.
kind of the game of man
He doesn't
effectiveness. It's
have
aid and
moves that
effect.
take advantage of it, is the thing.
Yeah, it
He
just
doesn't
kind
have
of
yeah,
many hitting
sucks,
moves.
you know?
You know,
I-
given that we put Aiden and Yu for the same reason, I can concede to that.
yeah.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Oh no.
So anyway, put the next thing in anything goes and we'll be on our way. We talked about this.
Right, pit pipe on wheels.
We're not.
Oh no! Are we going through every single seed here?
Ciao.
No. We are not.
ML. Yeah, and then we put this in OU and no, we put this in AG and go on our way.
It's, I'm just gonna
Where
show
you
this stuff
saw
on
it.
the screen just to give everyone an idea of what we're dealing with here. You know, and there's a lot of there's 26 different enemy sets. There's like
Hey, Choco, I have a question for you while you're muted.
got 20 different
Give us a rough
enemies.
estimation. How many hours did it take you to do this?
Got
It
Yeah,
actually
how
took me a
many
good.
hours?
It took me the better part of a
What the
night to
hell?
do this.
Jesus.
all this stuff here. I hate this.
I've never
freaking-
seen this sheet before. What the hell?
There was not an easy way to get all these randomized seeds, by the way.
Yeah, this is the closest you're ever getting the proper RNG in The Sims because it's like showing you the inner workings of an RNG machine.
Right, so let's look
I
at
don't
the
know
moves
why
and
I did this, but
you know
I find it funny that I did it.
just keep in mind most of these summons are around. I'd say considering most of these summons are at least kind of decent. Like some of them are better than others, obviously. Most of them I'd say can
Yeah.
probably most of them have some kind of either have a decent base attack or some kind of good passive. Like I'm not gonna go over every single one, but they're good enough.
I'm
So
going to
let's look
say
let's look at the
I'll say
actual
what I'm
moves
saying.
now. Let's look at the actual
Yeah,
moves
move
now,
on.
since I think that's the most important part. Pit
Yeah.
pipe. This is basically it releases the current set of enemies onto the enemy side of the field, and they can control them, but not on the turn they spawn. And if Pit Pipe can defeat them, he gets 50 star points. Why did you not call them star points, Trunco?
I didn't.
I
Oh my god!
And
Bad.
also
Instant
Character
Z.
some
movement not
HP and
accurate
FP
to
heal.
Paper Mario.
Instant CU.
Uh, if built for handling multiple enemies, well, it's gonna be bad. Yada yada. 5 turn cooldown after the enemies from this perish, so you're probably not going to be using this more than once in a 1v1. Unless you're being
Yeah.
super stally. Right. And in the non 1v1s, you can bring one of Pit Pipe's allies into the pit, which basically it lets them do the fighting. Basically, it removes them from the field and they have to do their own thing, which can be a pretty nasty downside. But 50 star points is a lot, and
Yeah.
you
And
also get
that's
some
still a
nice
lot of
points.
time where you can just do whatever you need to do to set up or just get back up to shape.
Also true, since the enemies might be good, but they're definitely not as strong as the main boss.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
The only one thing to note is that if you die in pit, you die in real life.
Yeah.
That's just you, Chow.
I'm sorry.
Right. Let's see. While the pit fight is going on, pit fight up on wheels is intangible. So, hold on. Wait. Is that?
It's just Rainbow.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, but
You basically
does
just
it?
can't be interacted with, except for healing for some strange reason.
Yeah, I hate
We should
intangible.
re-
Intangible is such a wacky status.
we should really fucking
You
change
also can't
that.
deal. I should note that you can't
Man.
deal any damage as well, so that's something. Right. So you die in the pit, you die in the battle. Someone's created beforehand will join them in the pit fight. Statuses, move cooldowns don't carry over, but the stats do. If someone's in there, you can take them out. And if the person there stalls for too long, the Code Muncher appears and drains 2 fixed them for turn. Yada yada. And if they can't win the fight, they take 5 fixed damage and are ejected. And it has a 6-turn cooldown. The Pit Summon. This one is the one where he gets these guys to join his side, which is probably helpful. I think
There
this
is
still works
the
with intangible, so On to a 6
Wait, it
turn.
does?
This guy has a ton of freaking cooldown moves, yeah.
That
This
is
would
true.
probably be pretty good with that new Toward Dimension badge.
Yeah, I mean, even with that, though, that's still only 1 turn out of 6.
I was
Fair.
waiting for this move to bring up something that I think like sends Pit Pipe on wheels to Ubers. Water Candle.
To be
I mean,
fair, we did slightly nerf the badge to only
about it, the
be.
summons are unique, because there's a few ways.
Can we just send this thing to anything goes and be on our way, courtesy of no one wants to ref this shit?
We need to see. We
I'm
need
not
to get the
doing
whole
that, you
war
know.
ruby. We got
I
the.
don't
We
think
got to
the
get the.
issue is no one wants to ref it. The only real hard part is finding the seed, and after that, it's just kind of like
Yeah, but
looking at it.
nobody wants to ref Luke Carter either, and he's an Arya, so like you
Yeah.
can't just.
The Luke
Anyways,
Powder versus Pit Pipe on Wheels grudge match.
yep. Enemy aura. It it does weird things. I think this is based on whatever he got. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of based on the enemies in the seed. It's fine. Most of these
Yeah.
moves, most of these are at least decent enough, though. I mean,
This
since
is versatility that like
I think multiple of
is,
them
is
attack at once. The problem is, it is versatility, but it's versatility that Pit Pipe on wheels can't really control. I mean, look at this freaking seating chart.
I mean,
yeah.
to be fair, you can look ahead, but at the same time, if your opponent does something that doesn't
Like-
coincide with what you're gonna get next, have fun with that.
I mean,
Versatile can control it, but I'd also like to point out he doesn't really need to control it because it can. It's not so fixed that he can work with it no matter what. Again, like all the summons are good, all the effects are good. You can just kind of work with all of it.
Yeah,
And this isn't even mentioning boss fights where it's not like what you have. As long as you go with like good damaging teammates, you don't really have to worry about it. Just throw them in there.
I think the main
Fair.
thing is I want to compare him to Henry Stickmin because these do have a lot in common. I think.
Yeah,
So,
it's one of
like,
those things where you,
Henry has a lot less options, but they vary a much more between them. However, because he has a lot less options compared to Pit Pipe on wheels, that means he can cycle through them a lot faster, and so he can get to what he wants within a reasonable time frame. Usually, not always exact. It's not always going to happen, but he can get it to the point where he can be a threat sometimes. Pit Pipe
Yeah.
is Pit Pipe has a lot more options, but these options are all generally closer to each other in power level than Henry's are, who can go from freaking critical to just kind of just a 1 HP shield, I think.
Yeah.
oh, I mean, to be fair, that 1 HP shield has magnetized, but I get what you mean.
Yeah. So it's hard to judge them, but I mean I feel like between these giant cooldowns and the giant cost attached to them, I want to put him in Yu just by because like the Pit Pipe on Wheels clearly has a lot of options. These are quite strong options, but like look at Pit Summon's cost. Like if the other guy can take out those summons fast, Pit Pipe doesn't have a lot of means to really do much while he's waiting for them to
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah. Some sets I can imagine would be a bit harder to take out than others, but at the same time, I get what you mean. Before we move on, though, can you go show off the birthright real quick?
Oh, right. Yeah, it's a split pipe, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's the split pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Legal
Sure.
split pipe in the Sims folk.
yeah. There's a it multiplies the enemies, but it's still and I think the main problem here is that this kind of can just leave Pit Pipe alone on the field, kind of. But he
Yeah,
also has intangible during that time, so I feel
It
like
kind
might
of
be
just
just
thought it
very
goes
was funny.
against. The issue with split pipe is it goes against the spirit of a boss fight, which just kind of sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not
There's
sure
a
how I
reason
feel
I
about
haven't actually ran birthright pit pipe on wheels.
Yeah,
Same reason
I'm not sure how I feel about this one, to be honest.
What if
Might need
you
changing.
combine the non-1v1 Birthright with Soul of Plumber Bro, and Pit Pipe on Wheels just hides while all three allies are inside the Pit Pipe?
Oh yeah,
He can't. He's intangible.
Right.
Oh,
So
true.
Yeah, I will.
I'm putting him here. I don't. I feel like this character varies a lot, but I feel like on average it's going to be around Yu.
Understandable.
I will say that they do get a massive indirect power spike if the rest of their teammates are DPS because holy shit, you can
Yeah.
definitely get a lot of levels if you play around it right.
Yeah.
I can also
Uh,
imagine this being good in the pit itself too.
Type in the pit pipe.
I would like to note that 6 turn cooldown PvP and boss and 5 floor cooldown in pit pipes. So
I mean, to
yeah,
be fair, and something like the roguelike pit, that's still a pretty good head start every once in a while.
yeah, exactly. I should run the roguelike pit again sometime, but I'll come back to
You
that
really
later.
should. You really should. You really should.
3. Go say
Right,
it.
so I believe that's where we're
You
leaving
really.
that. Yes. Anyways, Tiger is next. I don't know if he got a unique dot yet. He did not.
And back to the Dreamland conflict doc.
I mean, we did just fight with Tiger and Pencil's like brawn boss fight. I think. Oh no, it
Oh,
wasn't that. It was Golden Heavy. It was Golden Heavy.
yeah.
So
So
yeah, this is all accurate.
cool. We got Flex out, which is +1 def and +2 power for 2 turns. That's neat. I feel like it might be better if it was just +2 power for 3 turns, but whatever. +1 def can be nice, and getting them both at once can also be nice.
Yeah.
Raging Lariat, that's 4 damage twice, but Tiger becomes dizzy, so that's neat. Suplex
Drawback
counter.
power.
Yep. Oh god, drawback power. Suplex counter is half damage until he takes a physical attack or until the end of the turn. And when that attack happens, he deals forfeits to the attack. I feel like this isn't that good. Like, sure,
No.
it's sure, it's still courage even if the other guy doesn't use a direct attack, but that's courage for 1 turn for 6 FP is not good, and
That
even if
is,
you do get the
yeah, that
counter
is.
off, that's probably still not worth it.
There's a reason counters usually do a lot of damage if they're proc, and it's because you have to take damage for them to be useful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Horn
Like
launch
Either
I
that or they're
is
dirt cheap.
Horn launch is standard, but it's a stun. The usefulness of that outside of 1v1s is limited, but I'm sure sometimes it can be okay. Soaring suplex. Trapped on an opponent and airborne on himself and the opponent until his next move. And then if they're still trapped, he deals 5 damage to them, but if they get freed, he gets stunned. And then did oh god, it actually gets countered by electrified.
oh no, you
How
don't
do you manage to
know.
accomplish getting countered by electrified?
This isn't looking good.
Instant VU.
Alternatively, who the hell runs Electrified and why would you ever get hit by this?
The fact that he can be countered by electrified, though.
Right, so
However,
I'd
it's
like to.
any damage on contact status,
I
so
would like to bring up Birthright, which basically gives him permanent broke basically he has 0 death, but he also has permanent piercing, and yeah, basically he can't dodge or have any defense against attacks, but that also applies for him against you, since he can't miss and his attacks pierce. So
I mean, to
that's
be
actually
completely fair,
that's
sorry.
very good for Raging Lariat, because this thing inflicts dizzy and now he doesn't care.
I mean,
yeah.
he's going to be taking a lot of damage as well, but at the same time, like, it doesn't matter if
That's
your main
true.
goal is to rush down the opponent.
Very
I think
rushdown heavy set.
This move's missing Fissure. Add Fissure and then we'll talk.
Yeah, I think Raging Lariat is kind of his only good move, though. Like, Flex Out is decent, but it doesn't really synergize with Birthright as well, you know?
Soaring suplex is funny.
Yeah, I think it's
Fair.
funny. I think it's funny. I don't think it's good, but I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only has one good move. He stacks no paper.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, Flex Out really
Not
synergizes Raging Lariat, but yeah, after that, things just kind of go downhill.
I'd argue he at least has a damaging presence, which keeps him out of most of the bad tiers. He
Yeah,
can
Yeah.
hurt you.
yeah, and
So
Birthright
I'm gonna
makes
say,
this Raging Lariat is just good.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yu for sure, and probably pretty good in Yu. To be fair,
Why
Yeah,
you?
that seems about right.
only one good move, but the good move pulls a lot of weight.
I think I'd like to mention buff booster flex out is also just tankiness.
Oh yeah, buff boost
Oh
and
yeah,
flex out, that
that's
would be amazing.
yeah.
Wait a
That pushes.
second.
I don't
Oh,
think
wait.
that pushes him out of Yu, but it pushes him pretty high in.
It doesn't, but it's just a nice thing to have.
Yeah,
Why equip
yeah.
Power Plus when you can equip buff booster and do that?
I feel like with one thing with Flex Out though, it's anti-synergy with no guard.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I
Well,
mean,
just don't win your birthright.
I mean, you're gonna
Yeah.
have to bring your birthright if you even want to do anything with this code, because Raging Lariat inflicts dizzy.
Feeling fine.
Marcos
We
can
have
wait.
feeling fine. That still exists.
Do you
Marcos wait
wanna
if you want
take-
accurate.
With Mokov's weight, you're gonna have to wait a bit to even use it, and with
4.5 volt.
what's the other one? You have how much damage you even need to trigger that? Let me check actually.
I think wouldn't it be like 20?
20. 5 turns.
Can they do like if they're doing 20 damage though?
I'm just saying there's more options than always running birthright.
Yeah, like, and I mean, you could, if in a boss fight, you could team up with someone who runs accurate, or you have access to enough
Yeah.
items. You could bring a sphere bomb who inflicts accurate. There's options.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I get.
next up is Team Snake Mouth, which is, if I remember correctly, these guys can be pretty nasty sometimes. We got
I can
Oh,
confirm
hell
that.
nah.
Tornado Toss,
So I
which
feel like one thing
right out
that
the gate is the
Oh,
2
sorry.
Stalig, 2x4 Stalig.
really good.
Uh,
Pincer is just piercing
that's right.
piercing dual attack, which ain't the worst.
Secret Snatch is good old 5 HP heal, and he got Party Switch, which is brings him to Kabu. I
How
don't know how you
shocking.
pronounce that, but I'm going. That's what I'm calling him. 4 piercing, 4 AOE, which I think is underpriced,
Yeah, that
and
is
then
undercost.
and then taunt, which is overpriced.
Then Party Suite? Party Switch?
And then that brings us to Leif. I assume that's how you pronounce it, and that's what I'm calling him.
Yeah.
It's either Leif or Leaf.
Whatever works. 4 damage
Yeah.
and frostbite for 2 turns. This is not good.
No.
Frigid Coffin, 3 damage and freeze for a turn. This is not good. Bubble Shield Light, Ramble for 1 turn.
I'll get this for cheaper.
This is probably this. I mean, this isn't a bad move, but yet Pocket Chow does get this cheaper.
He used to not get it for cheaper, but now he does.
Shut up! Shut up! We don't need to bring that up.
Gosh.
I didn't even specify the old FP cost. Shush.
Right. So, and then they have badges. Heavy Throw is it's a nice move. 5 damage, -1 def, synergizes well with these multi hits. Poison
Not
Needles. I mean, it's not amazing, but I mean, extra little
It
damage
does
for 1
things.
BP is it's not bad. And then 80
Yeah.
BP enhancer. This one's pretty good actually. Like really good
I think
actually.
it's just
Dang.
distinctly better single strike, since that one extra fixed damage hit can synergize with certain things.
Yeah.
Brought it up earlier, and I'll bring it up again. The drain badges.
Yes,
Yep.
That is true.
that exactly.
Spiky Bod. We got Taunt with giving Spike and Guard dealing 1 fixed damage. Guard. Okay, that works. That's probably pretty good with Brave Guard.
Yeah.
Oh right, it would.
Mightier Pebble. 5 damage to a foe and 1 damage to the enemies adjacent to them. I mean, okay. Probably okay with power buffs. Then Deep Taunt. Lowers all. Oh, that. So now Taunt is AoE Def Down, which is. I think that's pretty good.
I think it's pretty funny.
Nice.
Ice Rain. Ice Volley twice inflicts frozen. That's okay. That is.
I mean, it makes a move. Oh wait, that's a 9 FP move.
Hold on.
Goddamn.
Ice. I believe Ice Fall is already 4 damage though, so that's 8 damage and frozen for 1 turn. So I think
Okay.
9 FP works for that move, though.
Okay, fair point. I forgot how much damage it actually did. All I just remembered was that was a frostbite move.
Charge up is that ain't great.
Yeah, this is distinctly. It's not only more expensive than equipping charge, it's also more expensive to use.
Bruh.
Worst move in The Sims.
You use on an ally though, so like, I guess it has sort of niche in that direction.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get that shit for 1 FP cheaper. You have no. That is not a valid argument.
and feeble is
Enfeeble.
wow, that's bad. Why are all
Oh,
V's moves are great, Kabu's moves are pretty good, and then Leif's moves are just bad.
What?
I mean, Bubble Shield is
Did
you say
idiot
that.
Leaf
Look at the
Leif or
next
something?
move.
I mean, Bubble
Oh,
Shield is
never
good,
mind.
but that's still Bubble Shield is good, but it has a pretty nasty downside.
I
Don't
stick
talk
figure
about the
anyone?
FP cost.
Leif.
Nobody bring up the FP cost. I'll punch you.
So, Chow, about that FP cost.
I'll be crying. Oh, they have universal badges too.
That there's a status mirror. I think didn't Caleb just add this? I think just like synchronize it something. Yeah, I got this.
Let me check out the
Oh.
Paradox trial sheet.
Yes, when inflicted with a negative status, that status is also inflicted on the inflictor. So I guess TTI just has this for free on this character, which is
Fine by
funny.
me.
Okay.
This is a-
Lifecast. I think
Oh,
I think
yep.
this is just
Synchronize is
optional
indeed a
flower.
thing.
I think this is just optional flower health.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so here's my main point with this. Just you bring this with the flower badges.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then
That's
there's
true.
Hey,
Luckier Day, which is oh
this is the
god,
best
no.
badge in the entire Sims. I think it is so good. It's so cool and awesome. This badge is
Absolutely broken.
Cool
meta
badge lives
defining.
on.
And there's also Birthright, which is
I'm gonna be
basically
honest
just
with
makes
you.
them Eye of 3, so that's cool.
Birthright,
Yeah.
I think, is honestly extremely good because that actually just gives you 9 special moves
Yeah,
plus
That's
more
true.
badges. Like that is actually kind of stupid, honestly.
It's
Yeah.
stupid in a fun way. I think it works for the character.
I think with
Yeah.
between I mean, Leif's not that great, but like you don't really have to use Leif, especially with Birthright. So like
And if you
I
do,
think
they're not useless either.
yeah, Leif does
Not
still have
great,
some
but not
uses,
useless.
so yeah, I think OU works well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pony Switch basically just removes the one downside of having to play with Leaf after going from Kabu. So yeah.
Leaf at least has support where you, if your opponent has like Icy Shield or something, you can activate Icy Burst and switch to buy and then just decimate them.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, what's Icy Burst again? I think with
fast-
Icy Burst.
If you fail to inflict an ice status, you gain an additional move.
Yeah.
Oh,
I plan on running it with Amelia sometime. That's gonna be fun.
you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I forgot that badge even existed.
That's because ice is
Fair.
underused.
Team Ice leader here me more of it.
Anyways,
Like
next
I
up.
was a part of Team Ice, and even I couldn't find a character to run that on.
Oh boy, another Mega Man.
Oh wait, we
Yokuman.
never brought this up. We passed
speaking of
100
Ice.
characters. We passed
Yeah.
100
Oh,
characters on the
nice.
tier list.
Yeah, we did.
Shit,
Let's
we did.
go.
I thought that
Luke
was.
Carter was number
We-
100, so I think we just got distracted by it being Luke Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty fitting milestone, though, having Luke Carter as number 100. I think.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fitting. Doesn't
Yeah,
make
I
him
think
good,
all
but
of
it's
our
fitting.
100 character people are honestly pretty decent. I think the only one I'd call a miss is the template moveset.
Yeah. It's I mean, what do you expect? It's a template.
That's fair.
Let's see, Yokuman. Oh jeez. I fought this guy once. It's not fun.
Tell
Oh,
us
jeez.
about it, okay? Tell us all the lore.
Tell us in excruciating detail, LK.
Okay, so
You need to
Last would have
dissect
been
this
okay,
flame by
bye.
flame, okay?
I'm not telling you guys if y'all if you don't shut up. Anyways, yeah, no, Yokuman is in Mega Man. Yoku blocks are those blocks that basically they appear and disappear in certain intervals, and you cannot see them when they are invisible, unlike beep blocks. And there's also no beeps or anything; they just kind of appear. That's this guy's gimmick.
Oh, jeez.
Whack.
Jeez.
That sounds
You
whack.
can also make Yoku spikes, and you know how deadly spikes are in Mega Man.
Oh,
instant
no.
Anyways,
This character,
yeah, Yoku.
yeah, this
So
character
yeah,
seems evil.
we got Yoku block, which is just +1 death for 3 turns. Yoku spike, which is 2 piercing to just 2 piercing AoE. I feel like that would be 6 FP, but whatever.
Yeah.
Implosion, which is invisible for 1 turn at the cost of 5 HP, but then he restores 3 FP at the end. So I think it's decent.
It evens out.
Yeah. Then Yoku trap, which is 8 FP. Trap some. This does a. I remember this doing. I remember this used to do more or something. Anyways, does the Yoku blocks and sends Yoku spikes, which does 1 damage and gives them trapped, and then gets this glowing cube that acts as a 3 HP shield. I don't. I don't know if the. I think I don't know if there's a timer on trapped, but also trapped is one of those statuses that doesn't necessarily need a timer, since it's one of the ones that you can cure by doing enough damage to the
I mean, to be
inflictor.
fair, I'd say giving it a time is relevant, because what happens if we bring Yoku Man to a 1v1?
I say it should have a default timer of like 2 to 3 turns, depending
Yeah,
on.
let's roll with that when considering this character. Birthright is also mirror every other turn, which is pretty strong sometimes.
I think that Final Smash is actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's a 5 POW magnetized 1 death summon with 20 HP.
It had
Like, that's
5
gonna take
power
the
though.
opponent to get through, and
Also,
it's gonna
yeah, it's gonna
get
do a lot of
damage.
damage while it's active too.
I'm not sure how good Yoku Man is with Final Smash meter, but if he can get these infinitely, that is also a really good upside.
I'm gonna raise you on that. Master Soul Archive Final Smash meter.
Oh shit, you can use the Yoku Man to charge the Final Smash meter.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep bringing up broken instances of that because I'm not sure if that should be legal. It's funny, but I'm not sure.
I mean, if it's a 12 BP funny, to be fair.
Yeah,
All
like a
right,
12
so
BP funny matters what the options we have.
Right to panhandle combo, you have to be
where do we?
you're never gonna run it in a real match, but it's gonna be
Overall,
fun.
considering the moveset, he doesn't have a lot to damage you. I'd say maybe Ryu. He's
I don't know.
tanky and he has trapped, but like,
Yeah, even with a 5 POW summon every turn, that's not something that's unlivable for the good characters.
I mean, I think Implosion gives him some decent. I mean, Implosion gives him FP recovery, which is not the worst thing to have.
Fair.
I'm thinking probably Yu or Ryu.
Yeah.
I think Ryu.
I Yeah, OU, like, he has a good like, I feel like the main points is that Final Smash is really good, but the problem is, like, he doesn't really have a good way to make use of that Final Smash due to
I
the
would
stipulations
also like
behind
to
it.
note he gets mirror every other turn, which it's not
Okay, geez.
distorted, but that is pretty good sometimes.
He's
Like, it's a Aiden
tanky.
situation, but at the same time, he doesn't really have much to back it up, unlike
Yeah,
Aiden.
he's tanky, but he's not exactly capable of utilizing that tankiness to kill you either.
Yes.
Yeah,
He does not have the button that instantly kills you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look what we have here.
Oh
Next
my
up,
god,
we've
it's the
got
jump scare himself.
Mr.
Turf.
Goop jump scare. Wait, Mr. Green jump scare Uno reverse card.
We have obtained funny.
So yeah,
We
we've
obtained
got.
money a while ago.
So yeah, there's color change, which gives them all sorts of different things. I like how we needed to have nullified to counteract freaking priority of all things.
It was not bad in the two showings this guy had.
Dear God.
Oh god. I think that kind of makes him bad now.
No,
A little bit.
I'd argue against
Just wait
it.
until he gets his hands on the Infinity Gauntlet, Chow.
Oh yeah, we'll come back to that then, but he doesn't have it yet, so.
Right. So draw a card. We've got honestly, I'm still not. I've hosted Girk multiple times, and I'm still not sure I understand how this character works.
Hmm.
But yeah, basically, he can get one of these 5 cards, and I think he has to get at least 3 of them before he can you get the wild draw 4, which is blatantly the best one, I believe.
Yeah.
Also, he gains what? I don't remember. I forgot what wild does. I think it's like you get buffs if you do different special moves. Yeah, yeah. One more damage, heals one more defeat, inflicts stays as well. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Uh, anyways, he's got skip, which can knock people down. That's fine. Reverse is funny because uh, you gotta love the no you.
Yeah.
It's fine. Draw
He's
2, which basically gives him 10 damage, but yes, he has to do that over the course of like 2 turns, kind of, or 3 turns if you count the turn you're using to draw 2.
I feel like a fair point to make is that all these cards are pretty good. It's just that we nerfed this move a lot.
The main thing is that he has to draw the card and then use it, and that's not
Oh, wait,
always
wait.
worth it for
I got a
60
good
feet.
point. These aren't these items?
Yep.
So in theory, lightning item or item booster.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
God.
sure how item booster would work with some of these, so I think we're more so looking at lightning item here.
Item safe is funny.
Oh god.
Item
You
saver with the
item
wild
save with
draw
a
4.
9, and then you cycle with it with 2 breads.
Or even just the wild. I mean,
Funny you
also the
say that.
wild draw 4, which is like. He gets four of
Yeah,
his unique number cards.
Yeah,
And he deals 3 damage and inflicts 3 curse, and he gets wild for 3 turns.
jeez. Like there's a lot of implications to these being items.
Yeah. But,
yeah.
at the very least, it stops him from just instantly pulling the wild draw 4, so, or
The
just instantly pulling the 9.
magic
Anyways,
card,
yeah,
which is
I think this is sap attack, but it can also be FP sap attack. So
Hmm.
It's
that's
either
neat.
sap attack or pedal attack.
Well, kind of pedal
Well,
attack
they're a
is
bit different.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's draw 25. Yeah,
I I
they have
I like the meme behind this one.
yeah.
Oh, God.
Basically, it's not enough to get them to do whatever they want, and if they don't, they lose a lot of their HP. So,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
and he also
fine.
Really,
gets and he
really.
also gets wild
This
for
is
3 turns
basically
when he uses
just
it.
ransom the move.
Yeah,
I I respect this move so much, and yeah, this character is still really good even after like the eternity of nerfs we've given it.
Like I've been doubting Gurk's power because Red Pit I don't think has been showing off Gurk that well, but at the same time, there's still some pretty cool shit he can do.
yeah. I think he just didn't have enough levels to get badges that would actually make him good in Red Pit.
But he's still good in Red Pit. When you would
Yeah,
have thought.
and
I
then he
think
also
he
has
still has
Card Shark,
potential.
which gives him base attack guard or using another item when he uses a card. So that's cool.
Hmm.
And then there's Ultra Take Token. Yeah,
This is
which is I don't know how I don't actually know what this move is supposed to do, but it
so
kills
from what I
someone for
can
3
tell, he
turns.
gets 3
So
moves next turn, but if he doesn't win in those 3 moves, he loses.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I mean,
I
to
mean,
be fair,
if
Gurk
you
can
want my
definitely
take,
kill you with.
I would have had this just steal 3 badges of his choosing.
I mean, isn't that what you did on one of the other ones? I feel like
No,
that
there
was
was 3 statuses of their choosing in that case.
no. I feel like you had the Ultra Take Token somewhere.
Oh wait, that was items. That was items. Let me go. Let me go grab that from Big Mistakes kit real quick.
All right. So where do we put Gurk then? This character's wacky, but I don't know. I feel like he's good.
I can't argue
I'm
that
gonna say either a low OU or high UU.
I put it in borderline, honestly.
We're not. You
But then
can't
again, there's
do
no borderline
borderline.
here.
We can't do borderline.
Okay, if we can't do borderline, then I'm gonna say like OU.
All right.
I don't. I feel letting this man and you. So, anyways, okay. If you're asking about the Ultra Take Token effect, I found it.
All right. Let me pull it up.
Let me just post it in Blastfest chat podcast.
I made up.
I see.
Hmm.
All right. Next up is chocolate chip pancake.
Oh
This is
hey.
this is his old deck. Give me a minute while I find the new one.
Oh,
All right.
So why do they call it an oven if you put the hot? I can't remember the name. Put the cold food in, take the hot food out.
So,
why
quick
do they
fun
call it
fact for the
oven when you
viewers.
oven the cold food out hot? Eat the food.
Wait, hold on. Let me. I have a video. I have a video that I can show up the chat now.
There's
One
no way
sec.
you
Is it
All
the
right.
animated one?
All right. I found the new one. I don't know.
Hey,
Okay.
okay.
And let me just update the character file doc with this. So yeah, there we go.
I got the video.
Right. So he's got the oven, which has 12 HP and can't and P badges don't work on it, and he just gets free group focus on the oven. 12 HP is kind of a lot, but not for a summon. But considering how much he needs it, yeah,
Yeah, I mean this ain't Monty security bot level at the very least.
yeah, no. It takes a long time for it to him to get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there's a 3-turn cooldown on the power up versions, but the power up versions are pretty strong. So mostly, anyways.
Let me just check out these power up versions though real quick to see how strong. Okay, it seems like there's actually some pretty decent ones.
Got
Oh,
frying
oh,
pan,
geez.
which is power flinch attack, potentially with burn if you got with the oven. We got
Not sure I'd. Oh, sorry.
quality spaghetti, which is 3 HP and 3 FP, along with HP regen and FP regen, and does not cost
It also
fifteen
gives the
dollars and
opponent.
75 cents.
I actually looked at a menu of an actual restaurant to get that cost for that one episode.
Oh, jeez.
And people just keep going on about it being a ripoff.
Well, that's more to say about the restaurant then. Uh, yeah, using the oven will heat it up, cause the yacht to get burned for 3 turns, but it also does 8 fire damage to an opponent.
Touching on the restaurant thing, one real quick. I mean, the price of good food is getting your roof caved in, so I'm not sure what you want from people.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, Handy Preservatives gives immune and preserved for 2 turns to the whole team. And then, using the oven also gives Inspired, which is really good for on an AoE.
Mm-hmm. That is +1 power, +1 dev for not too much cost.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways, then there's Caramel Concoction, which is caramelized.
Ooh.
Which, it's pretty good. I mean, it's 1 death until you take enough damage. Unless you take
Yeah,
fire damage, then you get screwed over, but it'll be fine. And
Yeah.
then you can also charge for a turn to or with the oven to do 1 piercing damage and inflict fully caramelized, which is 1 death and immobilized, but fire damage does more damage, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Might synergize with the well, actually no, it wouldn't because the oven has a cooldown, but yeah.
Oh, so I want to mention with the birthright, this is actually kind of absurd due to that secondary effect.
Yeah, 18 HP. That's a lot.
Bear in mind that HP plus P adds another 9 on top of that.
Exactly.
The oven just
Okay.
doesn't die with 1 extra HP plus P.
And you can
Pretty
equip
much.
too.
Yeah,
I
pretty
mean,
much.
at that point, that's 9 BP, but at the same time, I can't argue with a 36 HP oven.
Get us someone that can inflict magnetized on that bitch. You're not dying.
Anyways, Eden's Blessing lets him get the oven effect without using the oven, or it can just be a slightly worse flame shroom. And then there's Dinner Serve, which is 8 damage to all foes, and 10 HP to all allies. Which is pretty good.
If it works, it works.
Oh, and
It's
it
pretty
also
solid.
respawns. Oh, and it also respawns the oven if it died, so that's cool.
Nice.
So I'd say this is a pretty good support character. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'd
Good
say this is
support
pretty good.
character, can do damage. It's OU. It's end of story there. OU.
Yeah, pretty much.
That oven has a lot of things. You can do a lot with the oven, so I'm kind of agree. And you
And honestly,
can't just say just kill the oven, lol. That thing has 12 HP.
And like honestly, even if you do kill the oven, his options still aren't that bad. Like they're still pretty on cost even without the oven.
He
Yeah.
loses options, but he's not crippled.
Yeah.
You
So
can do
next
things.
we've got the rookie.
Worst character. It came from Sonic Force. Anyway.
Alright,
Yeah.
Zero. Zero it
Oh
is.
man, I love Sonic Forces.
I don't
Alright,
think
can we everybody let's kick ML out of the Balance podcast chat?
Forever.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
You and what power,
right.
Trunka?
So you have to choose the species and respawn at the start, and I'm noticing that none of these species passives are just being a normal character. Like they all do something.
Yeah.
That's true.
I remember that one of these used to be priority.
Me
Okay.
looking at priority defense -1.
Oh shit, right. It's still here. It has
Yeah.
go jump scare.
Yep. And then
So I think we found
there's also
Passive
the Wisp one.
does take up a move slot.
Yeah.
You know, we had a surprising amount of characters that had a gook jump scare today.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I know what the thumbnail's gonna be, chat.
Girk made it popular.
Gook
Oh.
jump scare the
I think.
episode.
Anyways, there's a bunch of Wisp shots. They all cost the same. They all cost the same amount, which is nice compared to Smart's or Prime's similar move.
Yeah, it makes life a lot easier.
I got fire damage and burn, piercing damage or charge for piercing damage. Electric damage plus. Why is this not paralyzed? 5 fixed. 1 piercing to all foes. That's bad.
Yes.
2 damage to 5. Why is this?
It's
Why is this
technically the
fight?
cannon
That's all.
cost if you really think about it.
Okay. Then Violet Void is 4 HP sap attack, so that's cool. Wispawn abilities get old burnified dodgy. You got 9 piercing on a 3-turn cooldown. Fast for 3 turns.
Wait, what?
7 FP. Wait. Oh, good heavens.
I mean, sure it has a
What is
cooldown.
happening there?
And Ivory Lightning is a terrible freaking move, but holy crap.
How did this character get past us?
Now we have to check the birth rate to see if it's a change on like command thing. If it is, oh no.
It is. It is.
Yep. Anyways,
The
he also
name of
has
what is going on here?
What
10
was he
HP,
cooking?
10 HP shield, and
Why
then,
did we let Caleb cook?
and then there's Absorber for 4 turns. Jesus.
Dear God.
What?
Violet
Oh
Void
my
is
god.
also 4 damage. I mean, this one's obviously pretty tame compared to the other ones, but yeah. And then
Hindsight
there's
is 2020, but that
Yeah, this
birth
is
rate is kind of stupid.
It's a
what on earth?
surprisingly versatile character.
Wait, what's the final smash?
I think the final smash sucks.
yeah, it's immune to all allies for 6 turns and compromised to all foes for 6 turns.
To be fair, it
Yeah,
also
this final
removes
smash,
status effects.
it's a status clear, but there are better ways to do that that are just cheaper.
Fair point.
The
Yeah.
status,
I
the
mean, it
immune
might
and
be okay.
compromised ensures.
Might be a pretty
I-
good final smash meter thing though.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good with meter, pad, and soul.
Yeah, no. Then there's the prototype Ruby, which. No, you can just use Soul of Eden for this crap.
So, anyways, this character's absurd.
This character is either the most broken thing you'll ever see or pretty shit. It's so weird.
I mean, here's what I'm seeing: one the Gook jump scare, and one the other stupid shit you can find in Whispered ability.
So just run Wolf with Ivory Lightning, and then use
Yeah, pretty
Birthright
much.
to get,
Just
and then use Birthright to switch
murder
to
the
something that
opponent.
actually has good attack, like
Yeah.
Yellow Drill.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
This is stupid.
I'm either putting this in OU. I don't know. It doesn't really fit anywhere else.
Yeah,
But
just,
like,
And
also the everything else in the kit is bad. Like, if it's not helping the strat, it's bad. So overall, it's a weak character. But what it can do damn well.
Pretty much, yeah.
okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fine point.
We're judging optimal play here, so I'm saying OU. But
So here comes the local best healer according to everybody.
oh yeah, no. I don't even have to look at this to know it's just probably going to OU.
I mean, here's one thing I have a problem with that. And the problem is that we literally saw a better healing ore on another character.
Right, we
okay,
did, yeah.
I get what you're saying, but like we can't judge this character as bad just because that other character was stupid. Okay.
Okay. I still can't believe we let that through, though. What the hell?
Which
It's the
character
first
had
100
that again?
characters. We're not as strict as we were in balancing nowadays. That was 1,000 characters ago.
Yep.
Okay, fine.
Healing intensity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically just 3 levels of the 3 different versions of group focus, so it's fine. It does the
It's
job.
a fair move. It's a fair move.
So here's
Uh,
the question: are we gonna touch on like the rejected characters when we get there?
no.
Honestly, I think we
Here.
just look at them for a bit for the funny, and then we just move on.
Yeah, no, they're not on the tier list, so no, not much of a point.
I think we
Alright.
probably stop to look at the supernova characters when we get there, just to show them to the audience.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to put
briefly,
a
but
person on blast, but it might be fun to do like a mini episode where you just bring up characters that didn't make it past to explain our thought process for some of them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
honestly would be down for that.
Not a main thing, and I don't want to. If we do that, I want to scrub the identity from some of the characters and just have them like that, like move that's without the personnel. I don't want to put people on blast.
I
can
get
we
what you
move
mean.
on?
It's respectable.
Moving on though, that's for after the podcast.
Poison
Turns are
spray.
toxic.
We've got.
That's
I
pretty
think
good.
this is actually just better deep cut attack. It can't be healed off, and the base attack does piercing, so.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you
And
get
it,
the same
and it
amount
works.
of
Pretty
damage
good.
too, when
And
given
it
the
works a
fact that.
status. And it works a status plus.
So, for a reminder, why did we go against Status Plus on this again?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know.
I think we just keep it on there for the fact that we've had it on here for ages.
Anyways, infection. 2 damage and 2 turns of poison. This is bad, actually. I mean, the only, the only, the only, God, the only good thing is, you could, you can transfer an ally's poison to someone else, which can sometimes be good, but that costs 3 extra FP on a move that's already overpriced.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like, there's
I literally
only
buffed
one
this move.
movie I could see, and Reverse Toxin has been gone for ages now.
I would like to point out that I buffed this move in World of Neo. I buffed it to 3 turns of poison because it sucked.
Fair point.
Anyways, Parasitic Drain. Paraleech for 2 turns. It's half of your heals, half heal stealing, which can sometimes be good. I remember
Yeah.
used this during Tomb to steal off the buff absorb heals, kind of.
I would also like to
Honestly,
point out this is a pretty hard counter to the Fuzzy Frenzy badge.
Also true.
shit, right.
I wouldn't say a hard counter. You're still restoring HP. Just half
Yeah,
of that, which is the
you're still
25%.
Yeah, it's not a hard counter, but it does definitely reduce their output.
And also, heals should get. It gets a small niche, but it's something I want to point out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Pollution
then we got
Cloud is
Poison Spread Attack.
yeah, it's 1 piercing AoE with poison. And then the
Why is
big
this
one.
7 FP, though?
I mean, it's 3 damage, it synergizes as well with status plus. And it's also piercing, so. And then there's Healing Art, which is the good old 7 HP to all allies. Not much else to say to that one.
Let's ignore the fact that there was a character because
Yes, we
it's
know.
okay. Sorry.
Healing Aura does explain it. Does pretty much explain itself, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Just horrors, everybody.
Humira Plague.
Hello.
We have inflicting paralysis on all foes, and Shigella gets essentially permanent reverse toxin.
Oh shit.
Oh, and if the other guy is bleeding or poisoned, Shigella also heals if they have paralysis. So that's cool. And
Honestly, a pretty neat final match.
Birthright basically lets it so that Shigella gets buffed if he gets poisoned or toxic, though I don't know how good this is. I mean,
I think this is what's supposed to synergize with that poison transfer move.
Yeah, but I feel. I mean, you still take damage from the statuses, though, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you
this might be
inflict it
good.
on her with an ally, you can do a lot of damage.
I
But
mean, this might
Shigella
be
doesn't
good.
have ways to make use of that damage.
It
It's
might be
really good for healing, though.
It might be good with expired shroom. That's the main thing I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
That is true, yeah.
Oh right, that is kind of like 9 turns.
And there
Anyways.
are the team up moves.
And then
I don't think.
we already agreed not to really factor those in too much since they almost never really happen.
Yeah.
Anyways, Leech
Ian's
and Drain.
blessing is honestly not that good.
I mean, it's all right.
Oh,
Minus 3 HP and FP
It's
on
a
the foe, and plus
very
3
good
HP and FP
support
on you.
set. If you can like support Shigella to get what you're doing, your team won't die. That's what I'm seeing here. Your team just won't die if you know what you're doing.
Kogetsu ran Shigella in Apocalypse, and Shigella was able to keep the team alive for the most part, alongside Item
And in
Strikes.
1v1s, they're not the best, but they can still run badges and shit.
Alternatively, why the
still
hell are you
be-
using them in a 1v1?
Like they
Yeah.
got neat tools. I know I've lagged on it a bit, but Healing Oil is genuinely a really good move.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
they've earned their spot in OU. I'm just saying, if they were the 1v1 someone in the lower tiers, they could still kind of kick their ass.
Yeah. In a more balanced world, yeah, which we gotta go back to that one character eventually, but yeah, Shigella's OU. That's what I'm agreeing with you.
We'll
Definitely
slap
the best squad
they'll
of
slap
so
that
far.
character.
So
Next
anyways,
up, we've got Overseer Lolf Dungren, which my first stick roll
And
contribution.
Fika's the character.
I love
I
this
like
guy.
this character.
Yeah.
Bitch.
This character was fun to fight. I think I fought them with was it
That's
a Winter
incredible.
Chow?
I actually did go back and watch a few
I think-
episodes of Stick World, by the way. It's pretty
Yeah,
neat.
I like the stick roll. I feel like some of the later episodes, more recent ones, aren't as good, but I think it's still fun to watch. So yeah,
I can agree with that.
yeah, this Trade into the one is just it's a lot of damage or immunity for Lolf. So do what you want with it.
I mean,
It does what it wants to do, and you have to play a guessing game. You don't have to speak it for every damn thing. Let us have a turn.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
As you should be. Anyway. So, it's like Trident 1 is always present, and you have to always think about it. It will either do you favors, or if something big is coming, it will protect Rolf. Yeah. Not Rolf. But it's a nice move, and I think it's basically the main thing of his kit until it gets into danger.
Yeah.
Or whatever the hell you want to do with Wilted, because then you just...
I'm just saying,
it doesn't move every time he moves.
I have ran Wilted Lolf. Wilted Lolf can do work.
As can Danger Lolf, as I remember.
Yep.
I think I only won that fight because Celebi's thick-ass HP.
Man.
Yeah. We got Shieldbreaker. One fakes to all foes and also destroys all shields. It's probably...
An AoE Shieldbreaker sounds kind of niche, but when it does work, I imagine it really works.
Yeah, and just having the AoE fix damage is sometimes nice.
Yeah, decent. I'm not sure how often you're going to encounter multiple foes with this shield, but it's only one off the shield breaker's cost.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, even if just one foe has a shield, you're still doing one fix to everyone else, so, like...
Mm-hmm.
Magic Laser. It's good old 7 damage. This used to be 5 piercing, but I was like, 7 damage is more fun.
Sometimes a character just needs a laser.
Exactly.
True.
And then we've
Very
got...
true.
And here we've got Super Speed, which is dodgy and fast for 2 turns. But it also becomes tired shortly after, so... It was a bit of a downside, but usually it won't be too bad.
I mean, to be completely fair, inversion.
Yeah, true.
But his isn't as reliable as Boris's is because he has 2 turns of it. So you're
Fair
gonna
enough.
you're
Yeah.
gonna be dodgy and fast, and if you try using a self inverter, you're going to be slow.
Okay, that's a fair point.
You have to have someone else to invert the stat for you.
Yeah.
Not a bad strategy, though.
How many characters do that?
I can imagine there's at least a few.
Quick recovery lets him use Trident more often, and it removes tired, so that's nice.
Problem solved.
Let's
Eat his
go.
blessing also cures tired if he has it. That probably won't happen unless you use Meteor Burst, but it's cool.
Problem solved again.
Meteor Burst probably
Well,
just kills most people, but if it doesn't, Lolf does kind of get a bit tired, so you're gonna have to deal with consequences if they don't die.
Woo, saving grace.
I mean, all things considered, this character is pretty much just the button that instantly kills you with a lot of their moves.
A lot of the
most-
final smashes are just a button that instantly kills you, but this moveset is also like that.
Yeah. It's the real
Most
case of a
attacks
character
are-
like that.
Yeah, his attacks are expensive, but they are strong. So yeah, I think I feel like it's a similar case to Great Sage actually.
Yeah, just throw them wherever Great Sage is at the moment.
I believe Great Sage is
Oh, I'd
in.
say that he's a tier above Great Sage, because Great Sage I think is in Yu. I think this guy's made a case for OU, but
You
Yeah,
know,
Can we
actually looking at the
honestly.
moves, he does got that double move alongside the 7 damage and the potential 15 damage and damage blockers, so... Okay, yeah, fair, I
yeah,
can see it.
pretty
Yeah.
solid OU.
Next one. Nickelbad.
Oh boy.
I would like to note that the series origin is New Jersey.
I mean, that's actually where
go.
I
Nickelbad
think we can
is.
stop after this one.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
I know I'm
Should,
reading
should,
this whole
should we read out
story,
the role to everybody?
and I'll put it on screen if you want to read it, but I'm not reading it. You can pause the video if you want to read it. Anyways, Claymore bombs.
Oh, you're back from being paused.
Right. This is okay. Someone put the not modded version, the not balanced version of this. Give me. Where's the actual version of Nickelbad?
Wait.
Check the notes,
If we
check the
can't find
notes.
it, we gotta put them in pen.
It's in the note. It's in the note. I swapped them just for this moment.
You're a cool person.
Wait.
I-
Can we
I
cover
should
the
have seen this
non-modded version? We can cover the normal version. Can we cover the non-modded one as the finale? I think that'd be funny.
I kind of have to stop soon. So like I would like to
Yeah.
just get this done.
Fair.
So
That's fair.
Okay.
um. Right. So 2 piercing damage and cancels their attack if they try to do a direct move. Oh. And then you can also just do it for 4 piercing damage. And is that accurate? I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyways.
looks accurate.
Seems about
Well,
right.
that's probably better than to cancel it than the
Actually, it
bonus
seems like
action.
4 fixed.
I'm not sure. It says 4 piercing, no matter what. I don't know. It's worded
It's
weirdly.
either 4 piercing or 4 fixed. Either way, it's good-ish.
Yeah.
Dizzy for 3 turns on a standard cost. White is 2 def for 2 turns, which I mean it is overpriced, but also minus 2 def is still good. Like,
It is
never...
it's a moment.
Yeah.
Yandere Dev's corpse.
From
Why is this a move?
This is cursed. What the hell?
They can't move for a turn, and they last for then they also get poisoned for 3 turns.
They turned into a tire.
Yeah. And then there's Roy from Fire Emblem, who recently got his own
Okay,
moveset.
never escape Fire Emblem.
3 damage and inflicts burn for 2 turns. I think this is overpriced. And then Birthright lets him inflict. That's just terrified. It lets him inflict terrified with Squid from Caught instead of -2 def, which
This birth, I don't know if this is a downgrade or like a side grade or what.
I
it
mean, I
costs
deem
2
it a side game because in higher damage fights, that can actually add up.
it costs 2 FP more. And then
Yeah,
his
that
final
probably needs
smash.
upping later, but that's for later.
His final smash gives him 5 HP, 5 power, and 1 def as a summon. Then inflicts deep cut on everyone for 3 turns, and then it also inflicts burn for 3 turns as well. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's 12 damage in
Smash that.
DOT alongside the summon.
I'm just gonna say I think Yu.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
Seems fair.
hello, you.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a few
Most
moves
of his
that
moves are
carry it
just.
more than others, but Squid from
I feel
Card
like.
and Mobile Genshin Impact are actually pretty good moves.
Yeah, I think most of these are just overpriced. Like they're all okay, but like just a lot of these just kind of just they're just there.
Something's occurred to me.
What?
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
We don't have a Genshin character yet.
We
keep
will
Don't!
it
not
that way.
rectify that
Don't!
issue.
I will reject it on sight! Don't!
Yeah, I haven't actually played any of the games, so don't worry. I just find it interesting.
Right. So, but I think this since I kind of need to go soon, I think this seems like a good place to close things off. We'll start with Waluigi next time. Uh,
Wang!
Yeah!
Wah,
Wah!
anyways, thank you all for
wah.
coming. This is a slightly shorter episode than last time, but I think it was fine. So,
yeah.
see you all next time,
Throw
whenever
some
the hell that
nonsense,
is.
baby.
Goodbye.
Hopefully with less
Nonsense.
Bye
Lindsay.
bye.
Yeah.